got Dan here, the golden voice of Dan Donor, his assistant, John McCollum. We are live? Now, somebody told me that it varied a bit, so Dan, you may want to keep this if we can. That's too bad. Yeah.
Sorry.
It has sensitivity to it, but it's better when you're closer to it. The whole world is hearing this now. Yeah. Tech stuff. And good afternoon, Russell Gammon speaking. We're going to get underway with the Holstein Heifer Show here in seconds, maybe minutes. And we've got Orville Schmid here somewhere. We've got Dan Donor on deck to do some commentary. And we've got lots of Holstein heifers to be seen and to be talked about. And there we are. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that is wonderful. It's very, very obvious what's happening on the screen.
You get to see the show on the screen. You get to hear the great Russell Crowe give the commentary.
Oh, we get to hear Dan and Orville.
Dan has been able to do assistant commentary.
My job is just sassy little comments every now and then, Brent, this afternoon. Yeah.
There you go.
Sassy, saucy, whatever you want to call them.
Might get political before the day goes.
Let us hope not. Yeah. We've all had too much.
If goes down, Brent, we might call it.
So we're just getting ready, folks, to start the Holstein Heifer Show. There are 30 heifers have been checked in for the junior heifer class, the spring heifer class. Sponsored by Farm Credit Canada, EastGen provides a certificate for best bred and owned and a jacket from Unique Designs. So we are having heifers, and there we are. Here's Carolyn.
Annual Ontario Summer Show. We are ready to begin our heifer classes for our Holstein show today. We have our class 1 is spring heifer. These are calves born between March 1st, 2025 and May 31st, 2025. This class is sponsored by Farm Credit Canada, our best friend and owned by EastGen and Unique Designs, and our 4-H ribbons are donated by Ringside Ribbons. Our overall ribbon sponsor is Canada Trust.
That helps, even positioning.
Very happy to have us.
Because it's only got a short cord.
We're happy to welcome our judge, John Kingdom, for our Holstein show.
Anytime you're ready, we'll
I just need my glasses.
Okay. Thank heavens they're there. So we've got these junior heifers coming into the ring now, and Dan Donor's in place. We've got Orville's AWOL at the moment, but he will appear. And I'm going to let Dan... We've got, coming in the screen right now, Dan, is number 4.
We do, and it's good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to do some live commentary today with Orville and Russell, and going through the barns last night and this morning. We're going to have a tremendous show for everybody to view today. So the first 3 have already gone by. Number 4 that was in the screen a little while ago was a King Doc young heifer. Number 5 that's on the screen is Anna Weary's 4-H calf this year, and she's a Ducat, has it all. A really nice heifer that was shown last night in the showmanship.
That is number 6 that's behind her. Yeah.
Is Brittany Phoenix's 4-H project, and she's a master. Another beautiful heifer.
7.
Coming into the screen is Veloskeen Limited Diva. She's by the Haydn Limited Peeble. Another beautiful heifer.
8.
8 coming in is Avery Goldberg's heifer. It's a 4-H calf. And it's another Veloskeen heifer by limited P.
She's sure got a heads-up attitude about her.
She's a beautiful heifer. Yeah, lots of style with that heifer.
Now we've got one that's not there because we're jumping. We've got 8, and I'm assuming that is either going to be 9 or 10 den. Good 4-H'ers in the right posture there, so it's a little difficult to see. We do know we've got 11 behind there. I think it's 10.
10 is a Carl Phoenix bred animal by Beelan X Game, a nice heifer.
And then 11.
11 is one from Richard Osborne's family, Willow Creek Genetics, and she is an unstoppable.
That's quite a calf.
Nice calf.
Then we see Brienne Brown has got 12 there.
And she's an altitude heifer. A heifer that's got lots of scope and size and frame on her.
And I think we're all right on 13 because we've got 14 one behind. So that is 13. That is going to be
Amy Derrick's heifer.
Yeah.
And she's a Blondin sired, Blondin Energy daughter. Another beautiful heifer.
boy, nice rib on that heifer.
Beautiful.
And then 14 is the next one. So somebody's done a good job lining them up anyway.
Yes. 14 is Larissa Walker's 4-H calf. And she's got quite a pedigree. Her dam's an 89 3-year-old king duck out of the Altona Lee Unix Harmony, who was grand champion here last year.
Oh.
And
Oh.
she's owned with Walker Dairy and Adam Hodgins and Kingsway Farms.
So some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
She is quite an interesting, different style than some of the
Yes,
other calves,
yes, a
and
beautiful
really,
heifer.
really refined and
Yeah.
lovely bone quality. Then
She
we've
was
got-
just third at the East Gen Challenge there a couple of weeks ago, and Larissa did really well in showmanship too.
Yeah, I noticed that. Isaac Foltz has got a heifer here.
Yes, and it's a sidekick daughter. The Folks family are from New York State, and they have a really nice string here today. And the first animal in the ring that they're exhibiting is a beautiful sidekick daughter.
She certainly is. And then Paige Wary has 16, I guess.
Yes, and I think it's her sisters or cousins or whoever.
Part of that
4-H.
large, influential family.
4-H calf, and she's a master daughter.
Paige is a really conscientious show person, isn't she?
Absolutely.
And then 17, a red heifer.
Yes, she's an altitude heifer from Patience Holsteins, the Rustworms.
Oh, that's Joe's daughter showing her.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. We're putting the pieces together here. Yes, red sire, red calf.
Yes.
And then Nadia is, we'll find out just for sure who she's showing for. She's 18. Now, folks, we will have a little bit of extra traffic in the ring, but that's unavoidable. But we're still over by the announcer's booth. Yeah, just not quite there yet. There, I think Nadia is coming onto the screen right now.
The next heifer that is coming onto the screen is owned by
Well,
some
power
pretty
pack there, yeah, heavy hitters.
Carson Phoenix, John McCallum, and Keaton Phoenix, and she's bred by Harvest Acre Holsteins, and she's a master also.
Down near Lachute, Quebec was where she was born. 19, High Point.
Yes. She's coming into the screen right now. This heifer is an alongside. A beautiful heifer too.
I'm going to say that a lot today, aren't we?
Well, it certainly looks like it.
And I see Rachel Tamlin. We'll find out what she's got there. Probably is 20. Should be.
The heifer that Rachel Tamlin's leading is
Yes.
bred by Almat Farms down near Bowmanville. Danny Aiken and family.
Yeah.
And she's a Randall daughter.
Rachel's a passionate young dairy person.
She is.
She's at University of Guelph now, I think.
She's very committed to. It's nice to see her branching out into the black and whites instead of only browns.
Well, they have have you been there recently? That the Tamlins, they have a lovely herd of cows.
They do.
Both breeds.
Yeah.
They're just such good cow people. And that would be 21
21
the
coming
Grandy
in next
heifer.
is Ron Grandy's heifer, a homebred daughter of Master.
John Kingdon is going to get a workout today, isn't he?
He looks like it.
And 20.
They're still coming in.
Yeah. There's a few more. Oh,
22 is
Yes.
Clara Phoenix's 4-H calf, who has done really well. Clara was actually champion 4-H showmanship last night.
Gosh,
and
that is-
she is showing a sidekick daughter that Gerald Coughlin bred. A beautiful heifer.
no alcohol allowed.
Not it's cranberry juice.
We're just keeping the crowd under control here, folks. 23 is a cane animal.
Yes, it's she's by a Blondin bull, Blondin Alpha. A beautiful.
Going to be saying that a lot today,
I
aren't we?
think
In the
so.
heifer
I
show?
think so.
Yeah. From Brant County, Ashley Kane's 4-H calf. 24. Oh, here's an experienced, a young person showing that
Yes,
next
she
animal.
Is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Everybody should be taking tips on how to show an animal when Laura's in the ring. 24.
The Finleys are showing a Robella Major, which is another blonde.
And coming behind her, her half sister. Nice, again, really refined little calf, the one Laura has, and she's the white calf on the screen. And then her sister is a black calf coming on the screen with Joel.
Yes. The next heifer following is the one that Joel Phoenix is leading, and is owned by Beckridge and Quality, and another Robella Major.
We watch our phones here because we're always getting messages about it's not loud enough, it's too loud, it's, tell me more. Where do I find the link, 26 is the one after Joel. Yeah, the Clark. Oh, Julie Anderson.
Julie is leading her, and it's one from Clark Valley, and surprise, another major, a master. Yeah, another master.
Yeah. Now there's another. Talk about good showman when we've got Laura and Joel and Julie all
Yes.
in line.
Yes. 27 next.
Yes.
Sawyer Pudabo's 4-H calf, owned by Altona Lee, and it's a Blondin Legend heifer.
And she's from that H family. That's a very famous family in that herd, isn't it? Mercy, we are just being overwhelmed with gifts here. Diane Gerald Ray is the best mother figure there's ever been.
If you find
I saw them down there. Out at the end of the building, maybe grabbing a sign.
Okay, that was 27. 28 with Ty Finley on the halter here, I think.
we have another Finley heifer that is by Duggett Tattoo Hendricks. Another beautiful young heifer.
And Heather Weary, that would make sense. 29.
29 is,
Just on the coming on the screen now.
yes, that Heather is showing. And She's an alpha daughter. Another really nice heifer.
They do an exceptional job with heifers.
They
And, well,
do.
cows and heifers
They
at
do.
that place. Yeah. Heather and John are really clicking.
Yeah. And I think the last one that's entering the ring is another red one, a warrior daughter. And that completes our class.
And while this is a Holstein show, Diane Gerald Ray has just brought us some Sargent family dairy. And I'm guessing the label says 100% Jersey milk. I'm sure that's probably true. And some grilled cheese sandwiches from Tro Nutrition. Very generous part of their sponsorship. Wouldn't want to see anybody have a sugar
Our
shortage.
inspectors today to our annual Ontario Summer Show. We have our first class, our spring heifer class in the ring.
Well, as we're looking at the group of heifers in this class, John's going to have his work cut out for him. And when he's analyzing and placing this group, some beautiful heifers
I
here.
would also like to let our folks in the ringside know we do have ice cream for sale by the Fourth of Lakes 4-H Dairy Club. That's just at the far end of the building, so it's great to support them. There is also a complimentary lunch available outside. It's grilled cheese, and that's sponsored by Sargent Family Dairy. Our judge today is John Kingdom. John, along with his wife Sandy and their children, Sydney, Shay, and Cole, farm with John's parents, Ken and Karen, in Warwick, Ontario. Sherland Farms is a 40-cow milking herd situated on 250 acres in Lambton County. This impressive herd is mainly composed of Jerseys with a few Holsteins. Before returning home to farm, John was a fitter for 15 years, where he traveled throughout North America and Europe, helping breeders prepare their animals to show. John has a passion to show his animals, where he exhibits at local, regional, and national shows. As a result of this, Sherland Farms has bred and owned over 100 animals that have been nominated for all Canadian awards. They have also bred over 100 excellent cows to date. In 2016, John and Sandy were recognized for all their accomplishments and dedication to the Jersey breed, where they were recipients of Jersey Canada's Young Achiever Award. John has judged 4-H shows, Jersey Championship shows, Holstein County shows, and Breeders' Cups throughout Ontario.
Yeah, it
John
comes through
has had
quite
the
well every
opportunity
time
to be
they.
associate judge at the
I guess it's loud enough, you know.
held each year in fall, as well as the Jersey Show in Louisville. So let's give a warm welcome to our judge today, John Kingdom. We'd also like to thank our helpers in the ring. We've got Doug Green, who's our ring man today, as well as Griffin Brown, who's making sure the ring stays nice and clean. So a big thank you to everybody who makes this show happen today.
You hurt too much? Okay, but I mean,
I guess, Dan, we've got to be awfully close to 30 heifers in this ring. I think we just jumped one number,
Yes.
maybe.
I think we're going to have some large classes today, and it's certainly evident with the group that we have here, with 30 of them. High quality animals.
Kind of like this program, too, because I remember one evening here, the Holstein Heifer Show didn't start until maybe late in the afternoon. That was the year of the late Matt Templeton judge.
Yes, yes.
And he worked all day. He judged the Jersey show, and then went straight into Holstein heifers. It was kind of like 13 hours worth of
Yeah.
judging with one 20-minute break.
He had a workout.
Indeed.
I think John's actually seen all the animals as they have come in, and he's kind of zeroing in on the group that he wants to work with.
If anybody here who's watching online does see Orville, they could suggest to him he make his way over here. We'll have to give him a hard time. He's good at that himself, so find out if he can take it. years of Ontario spring shows, and according to the catalog.
Yes, and it's really developed into one of the premier shows in Canada. So numerous animals each year come from this show that will be nominated for All Canadian and All American and multiple classes. It's a credit to John Buckley, who had the vision with a team of people that continues to be part of the organization to this very day.
Sight and see. Sight and see. That'll make fingers too big.
The one thing, Russell, that has developed over the years is the participation of our younger generation each and every year. It's amazing when you can go through the barns and you see these young enthusiasts for both breeds that take the industry serious, the showing serious, and it's really bodes well for the future of the show industry in Canada.
100%. Finger's going to start to twitch there on our judge. Oh, I guess it has. Number 11 was the second.
I think
one.
it's Richard and Teresa Osborne's son that's leading that animal, number
Correct.
11.
Yes. And there's one other heifer that the one Natty is leading was already there.
She was the one that Nadia is leading is owned by the consortium of
Oh yes.
a couple of Phoenixes and a McCallum.
I'm sure John would tell you where the money came from. He was telling me this morning that he has great taste. He just needs a different budget.
That's right.
We've done a lot of bidding on 4-H cabs this spring and learned how it feels like to be the runner-up. There's Brienne Browns.
Well, with 30 heifers, John will establish his first lineup and then continue with the second line, because the way that he's lining them up, they can't all fit in the one first preliminary line. But this will give him a real closer look of comparison to each animal.
It looks very comfortable up there.
Makes an idiot.
Oh, where's Oh, we've got a connection now.
Okay.
A delayed reaction or
Yes,
something there.
Yes.
This has got a very weird feel to it. Maybe it's the guy trying to move the camera. I don't know. We really do need Julie back here. Yeah, what we're trying to do is to get Julie. We've got a minute. We're having a small, something weird happening here. It's like we've got a delayed reaction
yeah,
on
because
this.
it's just the internet.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's what it is. Yeah, I thought it was the idiot trying to work
no,
the camera.
it's just the connection issue.
Oh, good to know. We're learning, Dan.
Yes.
Young dogs, new tricks. it's almost like the second row is getting. Yes, it is. As predicted, Nan, the second row is
It started.
well underway. Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful heifers that are just getting pulled in now.
The quality of this class is unbelievable.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And I have a sprinkler system.
So that is, we'll try again. We've at least got an explanation for why, with the internet connection here, which is not a,
Here we go.
there. That's the second row that you're seeing there.
Hopefully we'll be able to keep it and you'll be able to see the animals as they are.
As they lead out.
Yes.
It's almost like the feeling when someone else is working on your computer and they're doing stuff and you're doing nothing and it's still happening. Had a really nice Jersey show, heifer show this morning, about 55 heifers, and lots of good competition. Speaking of young people, the junior champion and the honorable mention were both 4-H calves. Which
That's
is great.
encouraging.
Yeah, there's a lot of 4-H members up to the top of the class.
How was the sandwich? Just enough.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. She is a wonderful mother figure, that
Yes.
Diane Gerald Ray. Now, have we got? Yeah, some of the heifers are walking.
So he has started with the heifer that Nadia is leading, that's owned by Keaton and John McCallum, Carson, a harvest acre heifer.
I don't know if Matthew McHewitt is here or not, but he'll be excited at home if he's not.
Yes.
Hiring a true professional to lead the heifer.
The second one is Clara Phoenix's 4-H calf, a beautiful sidekick daughter, and then we have
She has got some spring rib on her, that heifer.
yes,
Some
Gerald bred
capacity.
that heifer. And then we have the Willow Creek heifer, an unstoppable.
For our exhibitors,
And then
finally,
Amy
we are complete- the
Eric's
judges
heifer.
completed. We will ask our 4-H exhibitors
She being a
to
blonde
take
hair,
3 steps ahead.
blonde and
When the judge
energy.
is complete, we will be
And then we
asking
have
our 4-H exhibitors to take 3
Clark
steps
Valley
ahead.
heifer coming in fifth, and she's a master heifer. And then we have the High Point heifer following in and alongside. And then number one in the catalog is an Altitude that Fair Malik and Ponderosa bred. A nice heifer also. And then we have, I think, Jalen Phoenix's heifer. She is a limited P, and she's done really well so far this year also. And her sister, just as a footnote, was one of the top heifers at Adam
If
Clark's
we could
sale
ask
that
our
went to
boarding
Butler's.
exhibitors to
yes,
please take
yes.
3 steps ahead. All 4-H exhibitors, please take 3 steps ahead to be recognized.
For a few dollars.
For a few dollars. Yeah. But a beautiful group of heifers as they come into the
So congratulations to all our participants in our first class today, our spring heifer class. At the top of the class, we have ring number 18, Harlan Heifers Maintain the Rain, owned by Carson Phoenix, John McCallum, and Keith Phoenix. In second place, we have ring number 22, Trent Valley XK Ava, exhibited by Carl Phoenix and family for the Holsteins, and first 4-H for Clara Phoenix. And in third place, we have ring number 11, WCG Unstopped Heat Time, exhibited by Will Creek Genetics. It is also our first bred and owned and our second 4-H exhibit by Houston Osborne. Let's give a big round of applause for all our participants in this class. I'll now pass our microphone over to our judge, Donald Kingdom, for his reasons on this class.
A really nice class here to start off the summer show. These March calf class in the summer are always a little tough. The calves are kind of at different stages of development. You kind of get all shapes and sizes here for a couple months till they get evened up a bit in the fall. But for me today, a pretty handy winner. A heifer that moves out, she's got so much balance. She moves out extremely well, and her just an excellent set of deep legs. And her just so much width all the way through. You really admire the barrel and the sweep to this calf's rib. She's just a little longer through that midsection today over the calf in second, a little wider through that chest floor. This track's a little bit straighter with view from behind over the calf we have in second. Second over third, I made a switch after my first pull. The heifer I feel just ties in a little nicer with my first place winner. She's so long and dairy up through that head and neck. Just a little more correct through that point of shoulder and up through the crop region today over this big white heifer we have in third. Third over fourth, a closer placing. A heifer, she just tracks a little straighter with me from behind, a little neater up through the neck region, a little longer through her neck today, and longer through that midsection today than the calf in fourth. Fourth over fifth, she's stronger up through that point of shoulder and into the crop region today. Over this dairy long neck calf we have in fifth. Congratulations.
We got a small gap in here, I guess, as Carolyn gets all the placings figured out on that class, and we have our winter heifers. Is it the same terminology in both countries, Dan? Or in the States, would these be something else?
No, I think they're the same. They've tried to coordinate the...
It's a great idea.
Yes.
Yeah, so what you're talking
It eliminates a lot of confusion.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
The black heifer that's just going through the screen right now is 4-H calf for Addison Cox, and she's on the long side that High Point bred.
Skip to 35, I guess.
35 is another master heifer, which we are seeing quite a few of.
Selbyville, that's easternish Ontario.
Around Kingston.
Kingston?
Yeah.
I think that's 37 actually. We may have jumped again.
There's another High Point bred heifer, Delaney Jeffrey, that it's her 4-H calf, and another master.
And we're jumping. We seem to have a lot of one jumps in this because Julie's got 39.
Yeah.
She'll be.
Oh, they're heats.
Oh, heats. Oh, okay. Yeah, every second. Yep. Got 39 then.
And
So for those of you marking your programs, this was the spring heifer class. This is sponsored by Farm Credit Canada. Our best bred and owned was sponsored by EastGen, as well as they each receive a jacket from Unique Designs. 4-H ribbons are donated by Ringside Ribbons, and our ribbon sponsor is TD Canada Trust. We had 29 entries in that class, starting from the top of the program. Ring number 1 was 7th. Ring number 2 was 24th. Ring number 3 was 8th, and we had an added owner of Braymont Holsteins. Ring number 4 was 29th. Ring number 5 was 25th. Ring number 6 was 26th. Ring number 7 was 23rd.
Those things today, gentlemen.
Ring number 8 was 21st. 9 is a scratch. Ring number 10
Are you live?
was
Just live? Just showing the show? Or do you,
ring number 10 was
are you on the hunting
20th.
show too?
Ring number 11 was 3rd. Was our second
that's
4-H
on what?
exhibitor,
What's it on?
exhibited by Easton Osborne,
Cosmo.
and our
Cosmo.
best bred and owned in the class. Ring number 12 was 10th. Ring number 13 was 4th. Over the page. Ring number 14 was 18th. Ring number 15 was 12th. Ring number 16 was 22nd. Ring number 17 was 16th, but our second red and white in the class. Ring number 18 was our class winner, Harvest Acre, Making It Rain, owned by Carson Phoenix, John McCallan, Keaton Phoenix, and that one was not bred and owned, so we can remove that from the program. Ring number 19 was 6th and was our third 4-H exhibitor, exhibited by Wyatt Laird. Ring number 20th was 13th. Ring number 21 was 17th. Ring number 22 was 2nd, and our first 4-H exhibitor, exhibited by Clara Phoenix. Trent Valley SK ABBA. Ring number 23rd was 15th. Ring number 24 was 19th. 25 was 9th. Ring number 26 was 5th. Ring number 27 was 28th. Ring number 28 was 27th. Ring number 29 was 14th. And ring number 30 was 11th. And our first red and white in the class, I count, was also red and owned. So congratulations to all our exhibitors in our first class of the day. Entering the ring now, we have our first heat of the winter heifer class. These are calves born between December 1st and February 28th. This class is sponsored by York Region Holstein Club in Equipment, Ontario, our best friend owned by EastGen and Unique Designs, and our voyage ribbon is by Ringside Ribbons, and our ribbon sponsor is TD Canada Trust.
Okay, so she's. Orville, would you like to introduce yourself? You know how they do that when you go to a restaurant and they always say, "How you liking your food?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just pick it up. I'm on the mic already, am I?
You are. Be
Well,
careful
ladies-
what you say, but,
Yeah, okay.
but be you.
Be you. They would expect a little mistake every now and then. That would be just normal.
That's why we got you.
Hey, it's me. It's Orville. Orville Schmidt. I'm out here to help again at the summer show in Ontario. A great trip for me. It's been one of my bucket things to do every year, and I haven't missed too many, but we always had a good reason when that happened. But it's great to be here again and to see some old friends, and it was really cool, those of us that have a program, to look in the back and see my name listed as a judge at this show in 2009, I believe, and the cow I made grand, which I'll always remember anyway, but it's good to be listed in the back. Dan, you're listed back there as well, and that was a really great little touch that they added in there, and I'm here, and I'm going to try to keep you guys informed, and I wouldn't say entertained, but we'll do what we can, and a great place to come in the summertime. I will say, those of you that are phoning in or watching, and it's definitely dry here. I feel sorry for the farmers around here. They're in a drought, and it's not a make-believe drought because the corn's only 8 feet high. I learned yesterday for the first time what pineapple corn means. I didn't know what it was, and it's when the leaves grow straight up, and it means it's dying and they're not doing well.
Protecting all the moisture.
All the moisture they've got, and it's not many times I've ever come down here where I could say that the corn in Alberta looks better than the corn right around here does. So,
That's true.
so that's me, and we're gonna keep you informed and for the rest of the day and see what happens. And I might not be back tomorrow. Just letting you know.
Ring number 30 and our second place red and white was ring number 29.
Well, it's great having you here, Orville. It's great to have your knowledge and your
Say what you
wit.
mean. Say what you mean. It's
I
great
am.
to have an old guy at the table.
I think we're about the same vintage.
I'm the oldest guy at the table.
Julie
that's
is
what you-
really enjoying this out there. I can see. Well, here's Brienne. They're all getting a little bit of that. Yeah. It's called life experience. Yeah. And we
One
can,
thing I did learn, gentlemen, you're not going to hear everything. Some of the stuff doesn't leave the farm. You know?
yeah, you have to be worried about these sensitive mics. They're better than you think they are. Yeah.
I've been told that several times.
Oh, so what's the weather like in Alberta this year?
Actually,
Orville?
most of the province, for one of the years, it's been reasonably consistent in the fact that we started out slow. We didn't have no runoff. We had enough moisture to germinate, and then in the end, from the middle of May till the middle of June, it was, okay, this is getting serious. And then we started getting some showers in the end of June, and July has just about been perfect. You know, we got our hay made, and now it's raining, so if we get what we got out there, it's going to be a good year. But we're right in, for those of, I don't know if a lot of you guys know what we call the hail season. The next 3 weeks is when the big white combine can come and clean her up in a hurry. And if we get through to the first week of August, then usually we're in pretty good shape.
And situate yourself for us in Alberta.
I'm
Orville?
just out of Edmonton.
Just south
of
or-
just south of Edmonton, and Edmonton being 3 hours north of Calgary. So that's the area that the old people would remember, the Continental herd. Wendon's about an hour south. That's and our judge right out here, his in-law family being about an hour south of Edmonton and Ponoka. So he's probably pretty familiar with the weather. But that area where his wife's family comes from, they're in that real serious hail zone. That's and if you've never seen a hailstorm, don't go asking looking for it, because it gets pretty ugly.
So this is a heat, I guess,
This
and
is the first
we're pulling
heat.
in
So
some for final
they probably would
consideration.
ignore. Well, I know when we did it, when I judged the show, we did it up at the fair. We were up at the top
Yes.
building, but you would pull you pulled in usually half or a third of the ones you liked and brought those back. Really not even placing them, just
Exactly.
bringing them up in a group. And And I think it's fair for the exhibitors. You get too many here. In this ring, if it's anything, it's maybe just a little bit narrower than it's quite a bit narrower than it is long. So you don't get a chance to get behind them sometimes.
Well, you were probably both here a few years ago when they had one of those 50 head classes all in the heifer could hardly move, and fairly so. It was nobody's fault. It was just.
But if you get
happens.
a square ring, you can kind of make that still work. But with this long ring, you can't get back far enough to see them. I mean, actually, the judge that did the showmanship last night, Andrew, he did a really good job. He sent some calves out that he'd looked at so he could continue to have enough room to look at the rest, and then he brought them all back in the end. But that was actually not a bad move. He just let them lead outside and make the circle a little bigger, and he had classes. I think his biggest one last night, he had 35 that he run through. But those were 4-H kids. They're not quite as well built as some of the showmen out here, and they need a little more space. Like me, you can put 2 4-H kids where I stand. So it's.
Yeah, we'll see how many John brings back.
Yeah. See what the delay does to us here. Closer. There.
When the animals come in for the final group, we'll try to give you a rundown of what the animals are.
Yeah, it's one of the intricacies of this live situation is that you have other announcements going on for the previous class. When we catch up here, we can see some of the heifers leaving the ring.
This is the group that'll be coming back. This is the group they will be coming back after the next heat.
I know that when you judged Orville and I judged, we look at these heifer classes that come in here now. The quality is just unbelievable.
I keep getting bugged about the year I judged. There was a heifer that I placed 10th in one of those 35 head classes that after I was done with her, she never got beat again. So that they bring that up every now and then. But
I remember that heifer. She didn't have a lot of rib that day. She was a little over conditioned that day.
See, okay, those of you that thought I did wrong, remember what you just heard.
But after that, really, she was.
But that's the thing about even this class today. You show these same heifers in 5 days from now, there's no guarantee that it's going to run out the same way. And that's the ability of our showmen today. And even these young people in the 4-H show, to keep these heifers in show condition from the 1st of July to the 1st of November when the Royal is. That's probably as amazing a talent as anything else that goes on here.
Exactly.
Because you know how you like to pamper the ones you like, but you gotta pull back and say, okay, let's see what got him here, and that means exercise. That means maybe not the best, that extra handful of grain every day.
Yes.
Okay, so this is 34, is the first heifer in the ring.
Well, we got a 32 coming up there.
Oh, yeah. I wondered where that one was.
There's another High Point one. That's Addison Cox's heifer.
Oh.
34 is
Bred
by Valiant Spiro Lambda Lizzo.
No, Valiant, that's young. What's his name?
Tony Van Lith.
Tony's
Tony.
prefix. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
This is probably 36, we would assume.
It's another low to meat heifer.
Low to meat heifer. Leary family.
A master. $38, if that makes cents is a Altona Lee heifer. She being a lambda.
Group of 4-H kids. Again, you see lots of young leadsmen here, lots of young leadsmen. These are a lot of them are their 4-H projects probably.
Yes. 40 is another one from the Osborne family.
A eunuchs.
A eunuchs.
They keep coming.
Yeah.
Could be maybe 42.
If it's 42, that's Lydia DeVries's 4-H calf.
Well, 44, that's that young man from New York.
Isaac Foltz.
Yeah.
They come out here about 2 or 3 years ago was the first time, and kind of pretty wide swat. I was in the barn the other day, and I think the swat's going to be just about as wide this time.
I think if I remember, he had junior champion that day.
Something to that effect, yes. Who's this kid? Where's he from?
And now they're fixtures.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part. They come to this area. I think they enjoy the cattle. They enjoy the competition. And we won't get into any political discussions about what happens when you cross the border. But
There's always a but, isn't there?
we'll get on to that tomorrow. When we can't get cut off or tariffed. We'll give it wait till tomorrow.
But young Isaac, he's keen. A couple years ago when we had our judging school here, I don't know if you know this, Orville, he competed and he did really, really well.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool to hear.
Yeah.
46 is the black heifer, so to speak. Oh, Golden Oaks Master.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine
Another master heifer.
Imagine a master in the heifer classes. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Looks like a
48.
48 Maple Lane.
Yeah.
Birkin Bag. That's high class. Another master. Mirren Hunter. There's a keen young woman. Continuing a great legacy at that farm.
And then we have
Phoenix.
Weston Phoenix's 4-H calf coming onto the screen right now. And she being a Hamming Salute. So the sire of this particular heifer was bred out in Orville country in one province to the
west.
From the Hamming family.
The interior
in British
BC.
Columbia. Interior BC, yep.
quite a stylish heifer.
Yes, Brian is a board member of Holstein
Brian
Canada,
is one
isn't
of
he?
the Hammings family, yeah, and they've actually, some of the families that started, I think the family originally started in the Fraser Valley, but a lot of them, they've had some move up to the Okanagan.
Right.
They've had to, if anyone knows the Fraser Valley, it's being gobbled up by development, and finally you have to, if you want any space, you need to move out, and he's got a really good farm in the Okanagan, and been out. He's a great supporter of the industry. He goes to every major show in Alberta. He's got a string of cattle there.
Energy.
And then we have Rylan Aiken leading an energy heifer from Almont.
I think Dan Brady should be bringing us a basket of money.
We mentioned him that every time we have a. And he's not. I haven't seen him here.
No,
so
I haven't
maybe
seen Dan
he's
either.
decided that he's not going to be part of it. So, and then not that we want to bring anything up, but they had a pretty good week at Butler's the other.
Yes.
Yes, not too
So,
bad.
yeah,
They could afford the
yeah,
chocolate
they should
nuggets.
probably afford, maybe fly in. We're still going to be here tomorrow.
Live in hope.
Yeah.
54
It's a
is
heifer that Matt Lindvit and
I saw that.
company
Yeah.
have.
Guess-
Another master.
Master.
Another master. Yeah.
should be bred in Quebec, Clovis.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, that's that one. Very serious young woman here, 56. Oh, a Doan. Yeah.
Yeah, Carmen.
That That's not Jim's daughter, is it?
No, she'd
That's,
be
Frank
Claire
Parkey,
and
granddaughter.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah, one of Carolyn's.
Oh, it's Catherine's.
Catherine, sorry.
I didn't think Jim's kids would be that old. If you're listening, Jim, get off your butt and you should be standing by the ring here.
He's counting the money.
Yeah, but he's big enough. He needs a little more. Like up there, it doesn't count as easy. He gets out of that area where there's not as much oxygen up there sometimes.
58. 4-H member on that one.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, eye candy.
An eye candy heifer.
So we can have a discussion of eye candy or bullseye.
Yeah, that 4-H member. There's two there in a row.
Yep, yes.
4-H members
Yes.
that are basically in-laws. The one of them got a little more hair than the other one. But two great supporters of the industry that have.
Oh, I see John McCollum's name shows up here again.
Yeah. And another master.
Yeah.
Bred by Tommy
Rice.
Benshop
Yeah.
at Bowmanville.
They milk quite a few cows, don't they, Dan?
Yeah, close to 100. Right around there.
Yeah.
Tommy, he's a good spot for people to shop at.
Yes.
You always get a price, and he's bred some really good animals.
Is that where Nathan Thomas bought that heifer a couple of years ago? that
Yes.
Wasn't entered in the Royal. And
I think they
was a
broke.
late entry.
I think they broke
Broke
her at Gordy Sharp's, and then
Yes.
took her into the Royal, and I think she was second or third. That's how it works.
Shout out to Claire Swale, who's got the Mount Elgin heifer there, I guess, by Jerry Lewis.
Another
Some
Jerry.
variety.
Yeah. He's actually a bull that
Yeah.
has been a very high-selling bull. There's going to be a lot of calves on the ground next year from him. Apparently.
Well, they're very stylish. When you see them,
that right?
they're long, and well, I mean, Lindsay's family, they kind of breed true, right? So
Okay, well, no, that's
makes sense.
as we say. A lot of this doesn't always happen by accident.
No.
I think we've gone around the. We have
I think that's the end of this.
this heat.
End of this heat. Yep.
Now we're going to enjoy seeing Isaac show two heifers in the next. In the finals. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, he's probably got his plan B arranged. It's.
Oh, I see Tommy Faulkner has appeared. Speak of Mount Elgin and
Yes.
who would show up.
As they say in our world, speak of the devil and it shall appear. I mean, he's again one of those guys that supported the industry his whole life and has made his living in the industry, and that's agriculture is one of the few places where that happens 2 and 3 and 4 generations at a time. I know you in Ontario are been here longer than us, but I mean we've got several 100-year families, 4th generation families on the same piece of ground.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That Mount Elgin sale, did you get over to it?
I wasn't at that sale, but I heard it well.
Spectacular. It was so well organized. It happened to be a perfect day as well. But
was that at the property by Guelph?
Yeah, where Windgroves used to be.
Windgroves.
Near where Lowell Lindsay used to live.
Oh, he was right. Yeah, he was
right on the.
beside there. Yeah. Lowell always said I was way too close to the vacuum pump. He says He says I swear they weren't always milking. They just turned the pump on to piss me off. Because you can't milk 6 times a day, you say. I 3 times.
Especially during the night.
Yeah, during the night. They had 3
What's all
milkings.
this night milking
about? A lot of night milkings there. He said, a lot of night milkings.
Yeah, it was a spectacular day. High prices, great cows.
Well, that's again
immaculate.
Those great facilities. I mean, you talk about a little bit of that history in that area. You had Doug going over there from the site that the Pasquets were on, and all related to those same, because that's where the Pasquet farm is the original Windgrove.
That's right.
And then he moved over there to
across the Highway 7.
Yeah, and then he moved over there to where he was closer to Guelph, and
then Walkers. You could walk over to
Walkers were around the corner. Yeah. Well, me as a young man coming to Ontario in the 70s to find these good cattle, was a fellow that a lot of you, some of you may not even remember, is Don Albrecht, and him taking us around to the Windgroves and the Walkers and those farms. And speak of that devil we talked about, he's at the table here now. You see it. You're on the mic.
Hey, Tommy. Yeah, be careful, Tommy.
Yeah, you got a pretty
we're
sensitive
mic'd here.
mic here, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. That was the Browndales, all in that same area there. When I was, you'd walk out, you'd go out there in awe. It was pretty impressive.
And then that second tier of herds that probably weren't quite as notorious, but had a lot of good cows in them as well. And,
but I mean, a lot of them continued under different management, but
Yes.
still continued. I mean, you look at the Browndale with Doug now and the family and the robots, and still making bulls for the units, and it's been quite interesting.
Now here's the difference too, in terms of that weather, because up in our area, Doug Brown was telling me last week it's the best corn he's ever seen in his life.
Well, that's
his whole career as a farmer.
Dave McMorrow, who settled semen through some of Doug's semen, he said he was there last week. He couldn't believe it. It's like 10 corn 10 feet high. I mean, it
absolutely
was incredible. Yeah.
It was. I mean, by the 1st of July, it was so high. It was 6 or 7 feet high then. Incredible.
As we can see, Johnny's got his group that he wants to work with from the second heat that will come back. So
He's very calm and cool, isn't he? Just
very calm and cool. Nothing.
Floats.
That's always better.
Judge Keenan has made his final selections for our second heat. For those of you marking your programs from the top, 32, 34, 36, 44, over the page, 50, 54, 58,
Tony,
and 60.
he's paying attention. Just make sure we get the name right.
Participants in our winter heifer class. Coming up next, we will have
Give him a shout out in a minute.
winter heifer.
So we see that Tony Van Lith is paying attention. We just got a message, and he wants us to be sure to know the name of that heifer is Valiant Lizzo in Egypt. So, Tony, thanks for paying attention.
Yeah, I got 3 texts when we were broadcasting out of Saskatoon. One was from Tony as well. He did mention, and it involved one of his own heifers. Not just saying. Just saying.
Well, Lizzo stamp.
Nothing to do with you guys are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Just make sure you highlight the name here.
Sold in Mount Elgin sale. God, we are getting so much information. Next time, Tony's going to have to drag himself down here, and we'll plunk him down and can set up shop. Well, his enthusiasm is something else, and
we spent
got a lot of
5
work
days with him. Would have been 2 years ago at the show at Cremona in Italy. Tony was on one of the tours, and Dale and I were out there, and it was definitely very interesting. We found out what kind of Italian food he likes and what he doesn't like. He was quite clear to some of the restaurants that he's a meat and potatoes man. There's no doubt about it. None of this fancy stuff that swims on your plate or anything like that. He doesn't want any of that. Meat and potatoes is very.
Oh gosh.
They make great prosciutto in Spain, and he definitely has. Tony, if you're listening, you're probably still full.
Yeah, he's doing straw, apparently, so wants us to know he's working anyway. Yeah. And it is one of the beauties of what we do today, because I've had people say they carry the phone around in their, well, I don't think we're wearing overalls today, but, they don't even watch sometimes, they just listen, and then provide feedback like Tony. So this is the first and second heats together?
Yeah, this is the final.
I think I don't know how did he do it just by one heat at a time, or did they come back and he's got them in number order now?
One heat at a time. Yeah.
No, but are they back?
I don't think so.
Because he got odd and evens.
Yeah.
But I think maybe he just put he's got okay. So if you do have a program and you're watching, the numbers might be a little off. I didn't look in the back of the book, Dan. Do they recognize red champions? Or
Yes,
all
they
here?
do.
No,
Yes.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have in the past, so yeah.
Given my background, I often look at those reds and think, that'd make a great air shark. And I told Bryce Fisher
Okay,
that
let's
once
not
with
go-
his background.
Okay, let's not quite go that far now. I mean,
Well, it would make a really good one.
a really good air show.
Yes.
Yes, but actually, you know, it's quite interesting. I have that discussion with a fellow that broadcasts with me sometimes, John Copperthorne, and he's not a big supporter. And John, I'm going to say it out loud. You're not a big supporter of these red and whites and black and white separate shows. Said they're all Holsteins, which he's absolutely right. But I'll tell you what, in the last 5 years, the fact that we did split the shows up 25 years ago has brought the breed back up to where it's just about at the point where it's as competitive as the black and whites are, and you'll see a lot of them are going to be up in major shows, and you know, I mean, I think it's a niche market that maybe isn't as strong as it used to be, because a lot of the South American market was very, very interesting. Don Albrecht was alive doing the red market to the U.S. to South America because of the heat stress. The heat stress was a major factor, and they wanted the red-hided cattle. But now with some of the bulls that have crossed over in the red and black, there is a lot more red factor even in the black and white breed than there ever was for a long time.
And I think we can all agree that Apple has made a huge difference to the red breed.
Absolutely. I mean, she's made such a big difference that if you're solely red, you have to be very, very careful, because you have to find another bloodline, because it's been so dominant for 4, 5, 6 generations already that trace back to Apple.
By the way, Tony says great work, Orville. So he knew you were a little butthurt there earlier, but now he put a smile me after that as well.
They call that in your world emojis? Is that what
Yeah, that's it.
I've heard that on TV. I never know what that really means. My phone is used for what it was made for. That's making a phone call. None of that other stuff.
So,
because I mean, you talk about the Reds. Didn't a red cow win spring show in Lancaster this year?
I'm really trying hard.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Where was she from?
Who was leading her? Brian Karskan.
Right.
Because we were in Saskatoon getting ready for the show there. And we were watching it on the screen, and I believe I'm just about positive it was a red cow. Now whose it was, I'm not sure.
There's a way to find out.
No, you with your phone, I'm sure you can.
Yes.
In RD, we used to make a bet to decide who was right. Now you guys go and cheat and look on the phone.
Well, you and Dan make a bet, and I'll do the research.
Yeah, we'll bet you find out who the winner was. Okay. But I'm just about positive a red cow won the spring show this year.
Could be.
Spring Discovery.
So a big thank you to all of our
Upridge Ellie Oop Freezy, who is quite black and white.
Okay, who was reserved? Well, you got
Golden Flow Lambda Dominate, also
spring
quite
show
black.
went in?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to question.
Gendera, Dempsey, Hopscotch. There was a champion, red and white, and she was. Now Brian would have been showing her Golden Oaks Alexis Red, Hodglin, Smigwati,
Okay,
and so
so
Brian.
that was the red division.
That was the red
Correct.
division.
Okay. See, I wasn't aware they had a red. Okay.
But
I do
actually,
have to
Mike
apologize.
Phoenix showed her.
I wasn't really wrong. I was just missing fun.
You were sincere.
Yeah, I was
Orville.
sincere
Yeah.
about my idea. Anyway, I tried to get one passed, but obviously that didn't work.
The internet is a nasty thing that way.
Yeah, there's no.
And I'm pretty sure it was a truthful presentation
Yeah, well,
by
I tried.
Ontario Spring Discovery, because that was bothering me a bit. I really didn't have a memory of a red cow. But it got a lot of people, a lot of attention. You see? Once again, great work, Orville.
As they say in the PR world, there's no such a thing as bad PR. You know, just some is better than others. They're talking about you, it's working.
Yes, unfortunately, I think there would be cases where people who are hated still get a lot of good mileage out of it. Okay, so we've got the...
He's got a pretty good bunch to work with.
They look
being
pretty
very thoughtful about this.
Moik screams. He's got a pretty even bunch. But it was one of those things you talk about the development of the breed. This morning, sitting and watching the Jersey show and commending them on putting the pressure on the Holsteins to move from dry senior yearlings to milk and senior yearlings, and we talk about the development and the maturity of the breed. That most of these September calves by royal time will all be bred, or at least pregnant, or for sure bred, because you want to calve those milking yearlings.
Because I'm sure there was a time when some of those senior yearlings, the odd one of them wasn't bred either.
That's right.
Not by accident. You just didn't. I mean, they had to be 34 months old, so you could get a September calf out of her.
Yeah.
So, and then you wondered why she never milked down. You couldn't understand why she. I mean, and you've Mother Nature is far smarter than the rest of us. These heifers start coming in heat. Over the years, the last 10 years when we were calving cows, and we probably had less trouble calving 22-month-old heifers than we did 28 and 30-month-old heifers. Mm-hmm. And nature's, and we always believed they quit growing. I mean, they're milking. No. But our management's got a lot better. We're feeding them the right kind of feed to develop, so they can develop what their genetics have bred them to develop. I mean, they continue.
The eye, he is
That calf started my heart racing when I saw the one that Eric is leading, 55. By Weeksdale Happy Hour, so Blair Weeks will be happy. And by Freydon Miles Red. Interesting. Do you know anything about that bull?
No,
I didn't look him up. I wondered if he was... Blair sometimes breeds cows. Yeah. Has a bull too.
So is it out of which way they got this listed here? Is the bull happy hour, or is the female happy hour?
The calf herself is happy hour. The dam is not listed. The sire is Freydon Miles Red.
Oh, that's how they're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first listing is the sires.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's
the bulls are in the back.
Yes.
That's got to be the name of the dam, the first row. She's out of a Weeksdale cow.
No, that's
the name of the heifer. There's only the heifer's name and her sire.
Oh, okay, that's how it is. Okay. Oh, that's the heifer's
We'll
name.
get you acclimatized to the east here.
Well, yeah, you guys do stuff different over the years here. I know I still have to mention that we had that election and you guys
here we
pull
go.
your weight. But,
we don't want a fist fight here. Okay, so
kind of cool. About 2 weeks after that, when our Alberta Premier started talking about separation, I got calls from 3 guys in Ontario. They said, "There's 3 counties I want to come with you. Just when you make the border up, include us."
Please do. The bull doesn't have an AI code, so
okay.
Maybe we'll look at progeny.
We should just, after we get the fact that he was red, that's all you have to worry about.
And 3 of them are Weeksdale and 2 of them are Macintosh, so I guess that solves that. There were 5 progeny. So she's a rare creature. Okay. Over here. See if there's a delay.
Just a little bit of a delay.
There.
There you go.
Now if we could make Doug Green
that's his
shorter.
first pole. And,
Well,
We have a pretty outstanding group that he brought back, and we can see the consistency that he likes. One thing about John, when he's judging, he has a pattern. So,
but we've all, just about every judge in this new world. I mean, dairy character, balance is the major factors. They all need to move correctly, and whether they're 52, 54, 53, that'll go away, or that's not important. But the major parts need to be correct.
that's correct.
and without skating out on too thin of ice, these heifers are all kind of the same size as well.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
You know how there were times when...
But again, back to the fact that the people that are in the industry now, you talk about management, especially when you're bringing in the younger generation, and I have to give them credit for that. They've made some of us old guys step up to the plate and realize that maybe we just feed what we grow isn't going to quite cut it. These cattle need... You want to make them milk at 20 months, well, you got to take care of them in those 20 months to make them ready for that.
That's so true.
You will lose eventually if you don't do that.
We'll see if we can...
We have a representative from your region Holstein Club and Equipment Ontario. Could they make their way to the presentation at this time?
He's starting with Eric.
Yep, and Jen Charlton, the heifer she's showing, is second at the moment.
I think if I'm without checking, she might be
51.
Harry Franken's heifer
Yes, Frank Haven and Cox Lynn.
and Rob Cox.
Yep, and she's a Robert Haven prefect, Golden Oaks Master.
And just as you were talking about the younger generation, the young lady that's leading her is Becca Doble. I don't know if you know the Beaver Brock prefects.
Beaver Brock, remember the prefects, yes.
Yeah, and that's Jen Charlton, but she is being housed at Becca's place.
Oh, really?
And that is who's looked after her. And I don't know, like this spring show, we talked about the spring show, a heifer that Becca bred, Darling Master, whatever, won the summer yearling class.
Yes.
Sold to Butlers, and then been resold again. So, and these are the young generation you're talking about, Orville, that really wants to
wants it to continue. I mean, but I mean, I guess if there is one positive thing about social media is the fact that the generation of people is exposed to all this information on a daily basis, and you eventually, if you hit a guy in the head, an old guy in the head with an axe enough times, he will say that it hurts. So I mean, you gotta get that out there.
Yeah.
We'll just think. Again, we've got a little delay on this, so we sometimes there.
But those first two heifers are like peas in a pod.
Oh, my heavens! A lot of lovely heifers, but yeah, those first two are just.
You look at the width of chest that they have right there, like they're wide animals all the way through.
To all our participants in our winter heifer class. In first place, we have ring number 55, Beckridge Holstein's Paulie Holstein, exhibiting Weeksdale Happy Hour.
Michael, he's just like
In second place, we have ring number 51, Austin Farms Frank Haven Holstein, exhibiting Robert Haven as in third place, and our first red white is ring number 59.
Tony is on his game. Great. He's a jumper bull, and he's from Illustrator's Dam, I believe. So that makes sense.
Congratulations to our fourth place participant. We do ask
The human
all board
computer.
members, please take 3 steps forward. And in fourth place, ring number 32, High Point Rocks Paparazzi, exhibited by Addison Cox, our first place 4-H and our first place credit.
quite handily. And the winner especially comes to the top quite handily. She's so massive in that frame. She's got so much depth and width down through that udder, which follows back through a tremendous rib and sweep of rib back through her rear flank. It's just that overall mass of her midsection. She's a little longer leader up to that point, up to her neck today. A little longer through the midsection today over the heifer we have in second. Second over third, a closer placing. Heifer I just prefer, she's more correct up through her point of shoulder, up through her crop region today. And just a little more correct down through her pasture today than this dairy red heifer we have in third. Third over fourth, heifer, she's just wider throughout, a little more mass through that midsection. Taking nothing away from this calf we have coming in fourth. She's a middle of January calf. She's got a tremendous, just love the cut of this calf. She gives up a little bit on
We're just doing some of our homework.
Genetic evaluation.
A heifer that's really well made. She's longer
this is
frame, really
interesting.
square through her rump.
So she's out of a
And today she handles her rear
Petty-Clerk
legs a little
Dorman
more
dam,
desirable-
but then she goes back to a Weeksdale cow behind that who's by Goldwyn. So it's kind of a back and forth thing. Interesting. Weeksdale. Allen. Yeah, a deep Weeksdale pedigree. So we have just determined that the winning heifer is out of a Petty-Clerk cow by Dorman, but then the next dam goes back to Weeksdale. So there you go. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Can I do anything more before I head out? You got water. Sandwich was good.
Sandwich was good.
Enough, right?
Yeah.
As hot as it is. I wondered about the grilled cheese. It's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Did you?
You don't know.
Without looking after it, I know right what you mean. Because I'm the same way. And there's not too damn many meals I've missed.
Yes.
There's a few joys in life, and that's one of them.
Somebody else is cooking.
Well, there you go.
So, I had a brother who used to work in the woods with a saw, and he said if I had to choose between lunch and my saw, I'd take lunch.
It's like an old braid.
Yeah. There is a lot to be said for that.
Can't eat a power saw.
Nope.
Okay.
I think
We've
we're in
got
the heats
some-
again too.
Yes, a heat in the fall.
For those of
We're
you
in the
marking
September
your
calves
programs
now, yep.
for winter heifer class 2.
Fortunately, we'll have that.
Ring number 32 was fourth. It was also our first 4-H shown by Addison Cox and our first bred and owned High Point Rocks Paparazzi exhibited by High Point Farms. Ring number 34 was 17th. Ring number 36 was 11th in our fourth 4-H for Claire Waring. Ring number 39 was 5th. Ring number 41 was 8th. Ring number 44 was 13th. Ring number 45 was 6th. And our second place red and white over the page. Ring number 49 was 15th. Ring number 50 was 10th. And our third 4-H exhibited by Weston Phoenix. Ring number 51 was 2nd. Ring number 54 was 7th.
There's another one.
Ring number 55 was our class winner, exhibited by Beckridge Holsteins and Quality Holstein, Weeksdale Happy Hour. Ring number 58 was 14th. Ring number 59 was 3rd. And our first red and white, Candy Doodle Abolish Red, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins. Ring number 60 was 12th. Ring number 61 was 9th. And our second 4-H exhibited by Jalen Phoenix. Ring number 63 was 16th. Entering the ring at this time, we do have our first heat of our fall heifer calves. This is sponsored by
does know a
Strawford
great deal.
Feeds, Paul McLaren, and best bred and owned by East Gen, as well as a Jack Crown Unique Designs.
Love the side convo. background. Sandwich was good, apparently. And her brother worked in the woods with a saw. So they're painting. Tony says that he thinks the heifer that won the last class sold for $30,000 in Blair Week's sale.
Okay.
We're now tempting Blair Weeks to make a comment.
That would add up a lot of the questions we talked about.
Yes.
And,
so here we are. That red heifer is by someone who is waiting for somebody else to show her, and she's probably 83. Does that make sense?
that would be
maybe.
Maybe
If it's a Malik.
maybe the one the elk.
Well, we're going to get a number here in a second.
80. So these are odd numbers, right? These
Yes,
are the odd number counts.
every second odd number. Oh, 79. That makes even more sense, probably. It does.
Dice red daughter. Yeah, that would make the Woodbury Mount Elgin group. Yep.
We'll have a 4-H champion immediately following class 5. So just after our
And as we were looking through the sires of the animals in this class, Orville and I, with our eagle eye, Tony, we found a genetic giant in here, sired by Dundee.
Oh, wow. She'll be the strong one.
Yeah. We need to go talk to Ari about maybe we should some of those real dairy cows they got the high numbers. See how an ultimate cross would work.
I knew that's where you were going.
Actually, guys, it's quite funny. When we kind of quit officially milking, but I bred cows for 10 years after that. I had a tank there, and I had 2 triple threat and 1 citation R in there, and I was going to make some red threats and red citation Rs till the day I went out and my tank was dry. And somebody told me, he says, might have been the best thing that ever happened to you. So, but yeah, that would have been cool to see a red citation R and how those old bulls would cross back onto these genetics. They are. I mean, we don't want to say it's not the same breed, but it is. It's a different breed than it was 50 years ago. There's no doubt about it.
Did you ever, Dan? Did you ever see Ultimate when he was at United?
No, I never.
He was so big.
He was huge. We were there.
Licked people's heads, when they walk by, and
he was in the barn the
gigantic.
same time as Astrojet.
Yes.
They were all in the barn the same time. We went there the day I talk about Don Albrecht when his sale was in '84. We were out here from the west. There was a carload, and we won't talk about that trip too much because it started in Maxville and ended up at Reb's sale at Lulu's. Oh. So we won't go through that. That was 5 of the hardest days of my life. But I'll tell you what, we did make the tour that day, and we saw Ultimate and we saw Astrojet in 1984, except the 2 genetic giants of the breed at that point in time. And yes, they are different cattle than they are now, but you look at the frames that Ultimate put on them and the udders that Astrojet put on them are still evident in a lot of the cow families today.
Speaking about United Breeders at the time, we just got a text from Lowell, Lindsay, and he's watching and wants to say hi to everyone. And as I was telling Russell yesterday when we were talking about the genesis or the genesis of the live stream, it was his brainchild many years ago when we were sitting together at the Royal Winter Fair. He said, I think this would work. I think this would work. And as it has grown, I think people around the world kind of really appreciate the commentary, the highlighting the animals, having Tony's info come in on live stream
on a very regular basis.
On a few ones, the valiant ones, the valiant ones, yes. But yes, you're absolutely right, and I think it all made sense because we were talking about maybe the only or one of those, unless you're in medical care or something to that effect. When we talk about agriculture, we are talking about the dairy industry, which is a 24/7, twice a day industry, and it always has been. It always will be, and it always has been. In those days, there was a lot of people who would love to have come to the Royal, but had to be home by 5 o'clock, and that made a difference.
We have some needy people watching, but Ava Lewis, we are so glad you are watching. And that was a lovely way of putting that, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, her dad is doing a great job here, surviving the high temperatures and voluminous comments. And, oh yeah, that is the one I like. Yeah.
As we're talking here right now, there's a pretty impressive heifer walking in front of us that Peter Leach is leading.
We're going to reduce the zoom a little bit, see if we can see
She's,
more of her.
She's made the right way.
That delay.
She's kind of cut the mold of our
Yes, of the
last
previous
class.
class winner.
If he was here, we'd mention it was a blonde and sire, but since he's not here, we're not going to mention that.
She was sire unknown.
Yeah, sire unknown. Must have been a yard bull. Must have been a jumper bull.
So we got the heats and we're getting. Beautifully done. Well, our grilled cheese person, we came with restocked. Shout out to Trow Nutrition for grilled cheese sandwiches for those of us on site.
Yes, they were actually pretty good. They compete with the ones they serve at Madison there in the college tent. You got
Very
that
nicely.
right.
And no
Just
tariff.
for if there's and if the Madison guys are listening, these guys use more cheese.
You're absolutely right. It's just one little slice there. Yeah. I mean, they're lovely.
Now, if they're short of dairy products in Wisconsin, we know a country that could send them some if they need some.
Yeah, maybe we'd even take the tariff off.
Yeah, it'd be come in tariff-free, tariff-free.
Oh, there's some sweet heifers, and we are enjoying watching the time delay here with the internet connection, because we have now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the heifer that you see on the first of the line here is Paige Weary's leading her, is a master that Loda Meat is bred, and she's actually a full sister to one that Blair Weeks again bought at the farm, sold in the sale, and Butler's bought, and I think she was nominated for All Canadian and All American that year. But a heifer that's in the same old, yes,
Boy,
that's Paige's 4-H calf.
Oh, David Diamond has appeared. Doing the political thing here, shaking hands. If there was any babies, they'd be kissed. And
He's not even in his white, so he's probably not on the clock today. He's not on the clock today.
it's purely social.
Social visit today. Yeah.
I think he came from the boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right for,
Kind of would look a little bit like that.
Yes. Shook more hands in 10 seconds than most of us will all day. And so we're going to let that heat.
Okay, we got about half of these. Oh, John, I had a talk with John this morning before it started, and he said, I'm kind of built like you. This is a body that doesn't like the heat, and he's been wiping his brow a little bit, but he's still got a breeze coming through there, and he's doing a great job, so that makes life a little easier. I don't know where his split was. They're all going. Last time he sent them out the other way. So.
Judge Kingdom has made his selection in the first heat of the fall heifer. The following animals have been invited back to the final. Ring number 71, ring number 73, ring number 77, ring number 81, ring number 85, ring number 87, and ring number 91.
Oh, so
Entering the ring at this time, we have our second heat of our fall heifer class. This class is sponsored by Starford Feeds, who is also sponsoring our fall lunch today. Paul McMahon, and best friend known by East Janet Union Designs.
well, we're getting into a competition about old genetics now. Anne-Marie McNaughty. My niece just took a derm by Skagvale Hattie Designer, by Carnation Royal Master, to the Washington State Holstein show and stood fourth. Designer was a provost by Golden Hattie, so we are getting deep into the Skagvale things. Did you ever at John Tennyson's
No,
farm?
I was not.
What an experience.
It was
Oh, that man.
20, 25 cows, and he
Yeah.
had pasture. They pastured day and
Yes.
night, and he was the first guy. I used to remember coming out to Western Canada, he'd come to some of the conferences, and he was talking about, this, I wouldn't say organic management, but he was very into letting cows do what they were
Be
bred.
cows.
Be cows.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was maybe on the other side of the line, but there was a lot of it to be said for if you properly. I think the bottom line being, if you're gonna push, it's like an athlete. If you're gonna push him to the end of his ability, you better make sure that he's got the tools to make that happen.
Yes.
And you're gonna. Like we talked about it before. We're talking about 20-month-old calving. Well, you better make sure that her body is developed and she's got the tools inside to make that happen. But yeah, John was a little different. He was
Something else. He also was very big and had very high quality fancy poultry as well.
Really?
He loved beautiful animals or birds, and he liked being a breeder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with them, you turn over the generation so quickly, you find a mistake, never again, not using that.
But you talk about even the good. You go back to the old days. The good cowmen usually had a hell of a herd of horses. They had a herd of something else, a herd of pigs.
Yes.
I mean, Curtis Clark was going to the Royal Winter Fair driving horses in the 30s, way before he even milked a cow. I mean, it was one of these what we call cattlemen or livestock men. It didn't matter what they were. They found their way to the top, not by accident. It didn't happen by accident. They knew that they studied the genetics. They knew what they were trying to find, and they knew how to find them. And that was.
And they could switch into another species and
still
know it.
do the same
Now,
thing.
Somebody who was that way was Wally Wood in PEI, Bruce's dad. Ayrshires, Holsteins, and standardbred horses. Wally was close to. Do you know Wally?
No, I just
He
know
was
Bruce.
close to being a genius.
Right.
He was a very smart man. And there was quite a bit of that on Prince Edward Island. I spoke at the PEI Holstein meeting in January, and as a kid growing up, those people knew livestock. They'd breed cows, and then they'd breed sheep, and then swine. They'd be so successful in so many different species.
Yes, that was. And talk about the Maritimes. We had several came to Alberta in those years. The Waddy coal pits.
Yes.
The coal pits
Little
moved
river.
to Alberta and developed the great herds in the Calgary area. And then the other fellow that came out with them went up to Edmonton, and they developed one of the best breeding mink farms
Really?
in Edmonton. And that was they all went back to the Waddy and coal pits in the Maritimes.
New Brunswick.
Yeah. I don't know which island, I got a mistake when I was out there one year. I called the Nova. I said Islanders, and I wasn't on PEI. Well, I was just about.
Yeah,
I just about was thrown off the bridge, not yet alone drove across it. It was not. They take pretty serious about that shit out there. Don't
Having
they?
grown up in that area, I can tell you you're absolutely right. And the thing that we found, and it's long gone. It was okay for Islanders to talk about each other, but a Nova Scotian wasn't allowed to talk
Well,
about
that's
an
kind
Islander.
of the mistake. I think I was at the.
Don't be disparaging.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I did. I think I was at the Nova
Dangerous.
Scotia annual meeting. I said something about Islanders. Well, I was. It didn't get the rise I thought it was going to get.
So believe it. Yeah.
But some of my greatest trips when I was president, traveling out to the Maritimes and the herds in PEI and Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. I was very, very impressed with that area. I mean, it was.
So many talented people.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Athol Craswell, Guy Thompson and his dad John, Freeman Simmons.
Yes, I know.
I mean, it just goes on and on. Those guys, well, and the Simmons family got into horses as well, and were very successful.
Feeds as well as Paul McMahon and Sergeant Family Dairy. You should do that. Oh, they're actually all out at lots of milk and water. So we have a better solution. There's ice cream by the 4th of the Lake Storage Club. So if you still are a little hungry and you haven't got your dairy filled, go to the far end of this building and the 4th of Lake
Yes, you got it.
ice cream for you.
Did she show that heifer last night?
For lunch. It's so
Maybe,
wonderful
but I
being
think
able
she did
to
really well at the spring
provide
show. Maybe
Yes,
she
I
won.
think you're right. She's pretty intense. So yeah, talented people.
No, we are a big country, but I'll tell you what, it's traveled across and connections you have with other parts of the world. You don't, till you dig a little bit, you sometimes don't even realize they existed. And it was pretty cool.
Or the relationships when people used to change names when they got married, and you'd find out it was somebody's sister.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
and
right. That's right.
She was successful at some other farm with her.
No, that's exactly right. And
One layer below the surface. Tony must be really busy making straw. He's been very quiet.
probably plugged the baler.
Nothing-
Probably plugged the baler. Yeah, he would probably plug the baler.
Because he wasn't paying
And
attention.
you're waiting for the service guy to come out to unplug it for him. Yeah, it's got to be his. Yeah. I know what it's like to unplug that stuff when it's 35 degrees and you're sweating and the straw dust goes down your back and you know it's going to be 4 hours till you have a shower.
Only too well. There used to be a thing called stoopers for small bales.
Oh,
And,
yes.
you know, when they would, it wasn't very many bales, but if it didn't work right, and you would get so pissed off because
We were big time in Alberta. We had 10 balers. We didn't have just the 6 balers. We had the 10 balers. You had to fight with them, and then yeah.
or those times with when everybody made a perfect load of hay, and you're coming out of the field and you've got that bump, you know, where the culvert is or whatever,
Yeah.
and off goes the most perfect load you've ever seen.
Yeah, perfect was a very relative term. You know, I mean, if it's going on the road, it had to be better because everybody would laugh when you hit the bump like we did one year, and we put an extra layer on because it was the last layer to clean the field off. So there was probably 25 more bales on there than there should have been. And Dad was driving. He went down the road, and the one front wheel hit a bump. We snapped the hay rack in half, and half load went one way, and the other half went in the other ditch. But at least they were off the road. They were off the road.
No hazards that way.
Yeah, no hazards. This young 4-H kid here, Mr. Eric DePasky, is going to have an issue too because I think he was pulled in the first group last time, and he might have to lead too, or might have
Yeah, see that again.
you might have to have him come back. Yeah.
Maybe we get a yoke for him and
Yeah,
you can show them that way.
Again, one of those situations that this doesn't happen by accident. You know, I mean, the greats go with the greats. That's pretty cool.
72.
And a shout out to Eric's daughter.
Yes,
Last night,
I didn't
won
even
the
realize
juniors.
that was his daughter. I was watching it. Wow.
She's so talented. Decisions being made.
I think he picked 3.
I think he picked five in a row. Yeah, all of you, come on up. Yeah, come on up.
Funny how they're similar, right?
Yeah, well,
master.
Yeah. Again, Karskat, are you guys listening? I mean, we.
You know, you ask yourself, when is PR enough? You know what I mean? When do you reach that point of giving them?
You know, when there's a difference between PR and fact. I mean, if that's what it is, it's not PR. It's what it is. I mean, those kind Master makes those kind of cattle, and you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Probably, I don't know what you think, guys, but we haven't had a bull with the consistency of breeding pattern since Goldman, really.
Yeah,
They're
and
just so.
no, that's exactly right. I mean, he was, again, we talk about anomalies. Golden was an anomaly that if we live long enough to see another one that, I mean, and in today's world of social and, you know, bulls changing on a more regular basis, but to have one that dominated and basically changed the breed for the better.
Yes.
I mean, not for the worse, for the better. I mean, it was cool when John and I were at the convention in the Maritimes in maybe 2010, and you wondered, the gold ones at that time were 3 and 4 year olds, were the oldest ones. And when you got to the 5-year-olds, the show changed. And I said, what the hell's going on here? And John says, well, that's as far as the gold ones can be. Wait 2 years and it was. And by the early 10s, 11s, 12s, He dominated the industry to an effect that even though you couldn't even imagine.
Well, and it wasn't just the type of the heifers. It was when they got into milking animals, the quality
They
of
followed
udders.
through, yes.
They could take more milk than what we had ever been used to. The quality was
The quality, I believe, the quality in the udders. I mean, we had good uddered cows when we had the Wardens and the Jeds. I mean, and the Astrojets and the Ultimates were good udders, but didn't have the quality that the Goldwyn took. That capacity that these cows had, kept that part, and put the quality into the udder.
Absolutely.
And again, it's not a bull that even nowadays you got them in the top 4 generations. You're going to benefit. You're going to benefit from that fact.
Well, we were talking about Laura Phoenix and showmanship earlier, and she has been announced as the 2025 Jersey Canada Youth Showmanship Competition judge at the Royal.
Nice.
So there you go. They know what they're doing.
Well, like I said, it don't usually happen by accident. This is 68. Is that the young gentleman that won the? He won the 4-H last night, didn't he?
That's Parsons.
I can imagine a discussion around the Phoenix Christmas table with the competition between the grandkids. It could get pretty ugly. Because they all got pretty good memories. They would remind you if they beat you or not.
Yes.
Which has been added, the 4-H'er exhibiting is Charlotte Woodhouse, 82, 84, 88, and 90. Now entering the ring, we do have our final for the fall heifer class.
Fascinated by the speed with which this does or doesn't move based on the internet.
Yeah, and just Orville's not running that. Russell's doing that.
Just because
just so you're all
you don't
clear
want
that
people complaining and then
no, not blaming me for
feeling
the
put upon.
Yeah, not blaming me for the high tech not working.
Well, we thank Julie for setting it up in the first place, and without her, we'd be drawing pictures.
Yeah, that wouldn't
holding
last
them
very
in front
long
of our
either.
phone.
You'd have to believe what we're all saying, and that might be a stretch for
it. Watching a show like this on the radio is not exactly anybody's dream.
No.
And think of all those days when people used to do that. Hockey games over the radio.
It was
soccer.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, guys? I tell you what. Really, in all reality, baseball on the radio is maybe sometimes more enjoyable than it on TV, especially when the hometown team is winning, because it can get a little old, especially for us Westerners. We know Toronto's got a pretty good team right now, but you should probably not draw the parade route out yet. You might need to change it yet a little bit. But yeah, it's an interesting concept, no doubt about it.
And how things evolve, because when you do this and you get people saying when there isn't any commentary and just the images, it's nice, but it's
different. We did that one year, a couple of years ago. We went and watched, because during the COVID years we didn't go to Mass, and went to a neighbor's place and we're just watching it on the screen, and the only problem with that is if the beer cooler's full, it gets to be a long afternoon, because you suddenly forget to watch the screen after a while.
Well, speaking of that and COVID, when Madison was on, in the year that it was a real big deal with the masks and everything, Lowell invited me over to their place, and Joan was on the executive of World Dairy Expo at that time. So she spent the whole day on the phone talking about masks, and Lola and I were in the living room watching the Jersey show. And it's beautiful because you can say whatever you want, there's just, and Joan was too busy to care. And it was just, and she puts out a lovely meal, I must say.
That's knowing Joan, I would expect that would be the case. Yeah,
I think you were in heaven, and it was absolutely delightful. And very inexpensive.
Very
Yeah.
There you go. Win-win.
Yeah. I think the next day for the Holstein show, Brent Walker came up because they were doing corn or something at that point in time of the year. Third cut, fourth cut.
Yeah, where they live, probably fifth or
So there's the last of the heifers coming in for this final
There we
of
go.
the fall heifers. John's moving right along too. He's doing a great job that way. Enough time, but not
He
too
sees
much.
them and he knows what he's looking for. And
That's a real, bonus point, right? When you know what you're looking for, you're not moving back and forth.
And you got 5 or 10 that fit that mold, and then we sort them out. Those are the 10 we sort out.
Yeah.
And,
There.
Well, Russell, is he
I'm great, Brian. How are you?
pulling in the heifer that you liked?
Yes, good.
I can't see now, but I thought
I
that
think
Peter made a move, but maybe he's
just being a good showman.
there. You go.
Oh, hi. How are you?
good, you, Russell?
Great. We've got the Raymer family appearing here. They had a really successful sale in May.
Yeah.
About a $5,000 average, and it was a hot sale.
Brian probably doesn't know it, but somewhere back in the lineage we're related. So,
Oh, really?
according to Joey Baggs. So,
Oh, you're in the racer book?
yeah.
You've been trying to avoid that fact.
Oh, when Brydon had their open house for their robots, Joey was in the hallway one morning. He says, "Are you in the racer book?" I says, "Yep." "Oh, we're cousins." He says, now it's always been cousin Joey.
Yeah.
So he had to borrow our racer book to find out my pedigree.
Joey and I are related, like three crosses to the Hooters. So,
Okay, we don't want to talk about 3 crosses to anything here, man. So in the genomic book, you'd come up with a red flag. Would that
right,
be
be flag. Yeah.
The point about that is if it's good genetics and there's no faults, it's a great thing.
It's
On the
funny
other
how,
hand,
there's what do they say? The fine line between inbreeding and line breeding is very, very thin. It's very.
but also very obvious with
Very-
the results.
Yeah.
As one of the old expressions was, she's her own grandmother.
Yeah. Or the other one was just if it works, it's line breeding. If it doesn't, it's inbreeding. Yeah. Yeah, it was a mistake.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. Speaking of
I think
Western
he's made a
Canada,
pull. Who did he pull
yeah,
first?
Paige Ware's heifer,
Yeah.
which would make sense.
Good to meet is
Master.
in,
Yeah.
Oh, she's heading her off first, then a red one. If you're listening, Johnny Copperthorne, there's a red one in second. Yeah.
No, I'm a little surprised.
Carl's calf, or son's calf, I believe, is in about 4th or 5th there. Yeah. Just saying there, Russell, I don't think our people want to see the stand. They've seen those people enough. Maybe you turn your camera.
Yes.
They probably...
My conscience,
I mean, Andrew's a great-looking guy over there amongst all those roses, but we don't need to focus on him yet.
You say it so positively. It's, there's no wound here at all. Oh, I see Scotty Breathitt is here.
Yeah.
Do you know that he is a hummer and a singer when he's doing projects? At the, I learned that at the Autumn Opportunity Show, and he sings.
I
to
called
us.
him a Hummer many years ago, but for a different reason.
Yeah, I know. I was being kind of literal, I guess. Where did what happened? Oh, Peter Lynch's. Yeah.
Halfway down.
Well, fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I bet there's some second row heifers that'll be winning county
Oh
fairs
well,
if they haven't already.
if they haven't already.
Yeah.
If they haven't already.
Well, I think that Jerry Lewis won the spring
Yes.
show, and she's in the second row.
Yeah, that's Hannah Woodhouse.
Yeah, you could buy a couple heifers out of the back 7 in this back row here and still do very, very well in 90% of the places you go to. And by fall, who knows?
Who knows, right?
There's a pretty good red heifer there in the middle of this back row that I'm pretty much suspecting she will be making the trip to Madison at some point in time. She's got the kind of frame that you need down there, and maybe doesn't quite fit the pattern that he's at today, but she's a pretty good heifer.
Oh, Dan. Oh. That's delightful. Oh, you know.
David.
Yeah, poor David. Yeah, is that my David from Alberta that sent that message?
No, that was my daughter Ava.
Oh, Ava. I said David. Shalek's probably way too busy to be watching us.
If he was going to jump in a pool, we'd be holding his head underwater. He phoned me recently. He wanted some information, and if he doesn't get it inside 20 minutes, he'll get another call.
It's
What's the matter with you?
And then when you call him back, I'm sorry, I got to go. Yeah.
Gets what he wants,
Yeah,
and he's done.
Yeah. But last week during Stampede, it's a good thing you're not on his fast list, because every day he's sending me a picture of him standing beside 2 cowgirls. That was every day was 2 different ones. And I finally texted back to David and said, David, I says, in your imagination, you probably are great, but that's as far as it goes.
So Johnny's starting with a master from Lodamead, a beautiful heifer that we have
The
seen.
Weary family, Dennis's family. What a great family there as well. That's pretty cool. And they've had some pretty good success the last 2 or 3 years. John and his wife and the kids, they've had some All-Canadians, and they've sold some big money heifers. It's good for them. That's Dennis. I served on the board with him, and one of them great. He was part of that 1984 trip. So we'll go back to that at some point in time. That'll be.
We have a red heifer that Julie's leading in second. She's a Believe heifer from Clark Valley.
Okay.
Nice heifer. I think the third heifer is... Can't see her number, but...
See, for us guys broadcasting, we'll have that argument again about what's the matter with headbands. I think headbands would make it easier for us. I don't know.
You were so right. That's another. No, it isn't. Sorry.
This class was sponsored by Star Party Feeds and Paul McMahon, best friend and owned.
I still like that fifth one.
And Unique Design. Our 4-H exhibitors, if you could please take 3 steps forward. Your ribbons are donated by Ringside Ribbons, and our overall sponsors.
Carl's boys.
Winner is ring
First
number
4-H.
71.
Page.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Second place animal is ring number 82. MS Believe It's True Red. This is our first red and white. Second place overall, exhibited by Clark Valley Holstein. And in third, we have ring number 70. Valoskin Master Ring, exhibited by Valoskin Holsteins. Congratulations to all our exhibitors in this class.
Yeah, she's a beautiful heifer that Bree's leading. Yeah.
Another tremendous class here from end to end. You know, there's a couple different ways people maybe would go, but for me today, this effort just never gives you a bad look. She's so straight in her line, she's long in her frame. You just love the openness and sweep to her rib. Just that depth or that length through that midsection, she's a little leveler through that pelvic region today. And just maybe handles her legs and touch nicer her legs today and nicer than this tremendous red effort. Second or third, closer placing, just on that mass through the midsection. She's deeper down through that heart, she's wider through the muzzle, down through that chest floor, and then the sweep of rib back to that rear rib today over the heifer we have in third. Third over fourth, she's a little neater, a little cleaner up to that head and neck, a little more extension to that neck today over this really balanced calf we have coming in fourth. And fourth over fifth, a close placing, I feel a pair of heifers that fit together really nice. The heifer in fourth, just I prefer the set to her rear legs today when viewed from behind and from the side today over this big barrel heifer we have in fifth. Congratulations.
Well done. Nice reasons.
No, Jonathan's doing a really nice job. Really nice job of explaining what he's doing, and that's pretty. That's as important a job as finding the right cattle, is letting people understand what you're looking for. And the best part is the reasons fit the class. That's even the best part.
Yes.
Oh, I see Brian Karskadin is here. We don't know where Dan is, but we've at least got Brian here.
Well, you go talk to Brian. Say his check is good too. His check is good too.
So congratulations to all our exhibitors.
We won't say that 3 of the 5 here were masters. We won't mention that.
We'll start at the top. Ring number 64 was 8. Ring number 66 was 4th. And our second 4-H, exhibited by Michaela Laughlin, extra mile master Olivia. Ring number 68 was 6th. And our third 4-H, shown by Person Phoenix. Ring number 70 was 3rd, Valosky Master Grin, exhibited by Valosky Holsteins. Ring number 71 was our class winner, Lodamead Farms, exhibiting Lodamead Master 2 Bells, shown by Paige Waring for our first 4-H, first bred and owned, and our class winner. Ring number 72 was 10th. Ring number 73 was 15th. Ring number 77
I
was
just saw the
5th.
announcement. Congratulations.
Ring number 80 was 14th and shown by 4-H'er Charlotte Woodhouse. Ring number 81 was 12th. Ring number 82 was 2nd, and our first red and white, MS Believe It's True Red, exhibited by Clark Valley Holsteins. Ring number 84 was 9th and exhibited by Lily Beckton, 4-H, our fourth 4-H'er. Ring number 85 was 17th. Ring number 87 was 7th. Ring number 88 was 11th. Ring number 90 was 13th. And our second red and white, Maple Lane Blondes Have More Fun, exhibited by Maple Lane Holsteins and shown by 4-H'er in Bagshaw, who is also our
Another weary heifer.
So congratulations
They do
to
an exceptional
all our exhibitors, and ring number 91 was 16. Entering the ring at this time, we do have our summer yearlings. This is the final that's in the ring at this time. This is sponsored by Sunderland Cooperative, best recognized by East Gen and Unique
Yes,
Design.
as a matter of fact, it's 5 o'clock. Is that what Wayne told me? I've been hesitant to contact her back. Well, she's got John.
Just a reminder remind to all our 4-H'ers, we will have a champion 4-H after the spring yearling class, and our first and second
Connections,
4-H
yeah.
placings in each of those
I think she said 5
classes
o'clock
have a
because he
champion
was going to be
medal.
away until after that. His buddy was going to bring him.
We just want to let everybody know that there'll be no heats in this summer yearling class. The class will be placed by John as he.
Yeah. That's enough. Grant Berkey there. That'll be a total lead. Numbers 104. Oh, maybe it's the Frisco Sons heifer that Grant is. 5. London Drax. Well, at least a different name anyway. Different bull. Oh, that's quite a red heifer, isn't it?
Yeah.
False.
Yeah, that's our young man from New York, family from New York.
I think we're going to see her dam tomorrow in about a 3-year-old.
Yes, I think you're right. I
Really
went.
nice red. That cow is really nice.
And one of the cool things about going through their exhibit, they've got their stall signs are little videos.
Yes.
There's videos running constantly on every cow, a different video on every cow with family pictures, and if she was at a show, it's kind of like going to sit at the movie theater. Takes you 20 minutes to get down the row because you got to watch every video.
And they have some popcorn for you, Dan, on the first part of it. Actually, speaking about the foals and how wonderful they are, at the New York Spring Show, we did commentary there. And we needed monitors because, we just didn't have as good a laptop as this. So they took 2 of those signs down and gave them to us.
Oh, really?
Said, yeah, take them.
Wow.
No,
They're such tremendous people.
it's the new social media way of promotion. I had trouble writing them on a piece of paper to hit the sign up. Then I got high tech and used those little ones where you had the letters.
Yes.
Well, it took you 4 days. You got the cows ready in 2 days, and took 4 days to make the sign. That didn't last very long. Now about the last 2 signs, you run out of some of the letters, so you have to make an I or an E.
Well, it's good education.
Yeah, it brought my writing and reading skills back up. Yeah.
Wow, the quality level has been so exceptional.
Looks like a nice heifer. Barkley's just entering the ring with.
Yeah, she's
11.
111. She's believing Denver.
does.
Oh yeah, Denver.
Oh.
Well, it is going. We're getting people responding.
That heifer is
Did you try and
bred by the Sigma boys, Brent and Connor, and at Denver. I think as the year progresses, we'll find out that that's Keaton's 4-H cow.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, he's part owner, so yeah, that could very well be.
Yeah.
Keaton be one of them sharp count, doesn't want to commit too early.
Well, I think he didn't want to commit to her not being broke like he likes to.
Oh no, that's another one of those great guys that it's got to be right. It's got to be right. And,
I don't think he takes that from his dad at all, does he?
no.
Yeah, right.
But you don't see
Maybe
many
even
black.
Grandpa had a little bit, if you're listening, Earl, Grandpa had a little bit of that in him too. If you're going to do this, you do it right.
Exactly. Yeah. But you don't see many black Denvers.
Is that right? Really, I'm not.
They're all white.
Oh, is that right?
White, yeah.
They had some of them. They were the ones that some of them white, funny-headed markings. The Denvers. Okay. Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
The shuttle back there.
Fevers had that. Fevers had some of that sometimes too.
We'll pull up his pedigree.
Yeah.
Okay, you with the social media guy over there, our PR guy, you check that out.
Yeah. Don't worry about us, Ty.
Yeah, I'm trying to just develop skills of writing and reading, not yet alone using a computer.
Your day will come.
I think the heifer that you see Ty leading in front of here is a heifer that Gerald bred. There's quite a few animals that went through Gerald's sale.
Oh, right, Trent Valley heifer, yes, yeah. That must be a new young bull master. That must be a new young sire that we haven't heard about yet. Yeah.
That's Ty's 4-H calf.
Some dormant, some shottled way back, of course, through dormant. Some Atwood in the pedigree of Denver.
Nothing indicates that it should be a little off.
Yeah, but it is interesting. She's really solid black.
The heifer that's starting to come on the screen that Peter Leach is leading, it's listed that
West Coast.
West Coast are exhibitors of this animal here.
A BC gentleman,
Done
yeah.
some winning somewhere.
And guess what she is?
Now the young bull again, the young bull master. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I guess she wouldn't be here just for fun.
No, there's.
So tell me about this thing about looking at udders on heifers. Does anybody ever follow up on it and find out if they make a good udder later on?
Actually, the only thing in all. Let's be truthful. If you can look under
Okay.
there.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's be truthful.
Really, all you can guarantee yourself is you can guarantee they're not a free mark. That's pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you've got some skin and some fold, you generally are making sure she's not a breeding heifer.
Normal female.
Yeah. But otherwise, the guy that said he can predict as an udder, I'll have a talk with him after the show.
Well, I just want them to make records of it and come back to it.
They were perfect underneath, and the one calf blind on 2/4, and so you're not gonna. The pattern isn't there. You make sure you got skin. You may think you can ever. There's other people have had different tricks that they thought would work, but I don't know. This is not a bad heifer coming in front of. This is another one of them low to meat.
She's got a bee named Brazil. Would she have some connection with the bee family at Walnut Run? Maybe?
Could be.
Yeah, I think there's been some back and forth there.
Yep.
It's another one of them low to meat heifers that they're
beautifully presented. Now we've got a 102 maybe, 4-H member, Santorini.
Another heifer, Dan Aikens.
Yeah,
Full.
quite a good one too. 105. Oh yeah, he's that Frisco sense. Grant being a good neighbor.
Got those two black heifers we talked about, the low to me heifer in third. That's
I thought I might just get ahead of Orville here and turn this camera around since we have a. It's good to have a teacher and one that you can listen to.
Well, okay, let's not get carried away now. That's just. I thought you were going to say the one that you can hear. You can hear me. Whether you listen or not, it's another fine line.
I'll agree with you.
The West Coast owned heifers, the one he started the line with.
Oh, right, yes,
I think that's...
She's over in the Clark Valley string. She's, yes, okay.
And then he's got Ty Finley's 4-H calf, pulled in second at Gerald bred.
And the low to meat heifer is in third.
Yeah.
Pretty smart, snappy heifers.
Master.
Again.
Oh, West Coast bought that heifer that Peter Leach is leading in the International Intrigue sale.
Oh, she came from the Butler sale. Okay.
Yes. Kathleen O'Keefe is now helping us out as well. We have so many good people in our lives. Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah, they bought, somebody said they bought
30.
I heard 20, but I didn't.
I heard it was 30.
I know a good friend down in the States was trucking them. He had to truck them into Seattle, and he said there was quite a few on there.
Yeah,
So
he would know if he was trucking them. He got on.
I mean, yeah, like I said, once you start loading them, whether it's 10 or 20 or 30, all he said is there was no milkers. No milkers.
And the paperwork was hopefully in
Well,
so
that's why he said he unloaded them in Seattle. They can worry about it. They can worry about it
come
from
and
there.
get them.
Yeah. You guys deal with the tariffs.
Here's what
at
they
that.
gave me.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be Mr. Todd, would it?
Mr. Todd, yeah, Mr. Todd.
Well, maybe the other 10 came to Park Valley.
Well, maybe that's yeah, that could be. Yeah, I mean, that could very well be the case. Who knows?
Yeah.
They went down there, and they didn't end up being the final bid on the $1 million cow, but they were up there for quite a while. They
were thinking about it, I think.
They were more than thinking. They committed themselves for quite a while, but
She is something, isn't she?
she's going to be all right. She's going to be all right.
Well, they have the daughter that's supposed to be pretty special out of that cow.
Yes, they have. And well, they actually sold a granddaughter of her was in the sale and brought a fair bit of money. Yes, exactly.
Well, I hear the Unix is cutting the mold
Yeah,
of the mother, so
she's.
Wow.
I think she went max 4. Like she was scored at a year and at 20 months of age and went 87. So in Holstein, Canada, that's the max score on the first look. So yeah, that's all you can ask for. That's all you can
She
ask
was
for.
bred by Scotty Breathitt.
Well, she wasn't bred. She I don't.
Earnscliff. She's an Earnscliff.
Is she an Earnscliff?
Yes.
then she is.
Yes.
She was born there, but
Yep.
I didn't know
No,
that
he bred her.
Okay. Yes, I knew she was born there.
And
'cause
he was singing to himself the whole time he carried the straw out to the cow.
And I think if Dr. Dave was listening, he had his name on the pedigree there
He
for
did.
a minute or two.
Well, Dave actually, I think they brought her somewhere, and he bought her there. Like, did they bring her? Did he buy her at the Royal? Like when she was just a baby, like she was, because she's in July or August calf, I believe she was. And then he brought her out, and he actually sold her to West Coast at Red Deer.
Okay.
He bought her in the summertime right like you said, right after she was born. Brought her out to Red Deer and showed her as a calf out there, and then West Coast bought her from him as a calf. Because they've been kind of looking at this cow right from day one. I remember the day Bryce bought her in Madison, and sent me a video of him looking at this cow. And she was one of the 2 milking winter yearlings at Madison, which they didn't even have a class for at that time.
Yeah.
If our 4-H exhibitors could please take 3 steps ahead, please. Our 4-H exhibitors, please take 3 steps ahead in line.
That is quite a heifer.
And
I will do that.
Oh, that must be Grant's 4-H heifer then.
Could be.
Yes, even though she's not from their place.
Well, Barkley can't do it, even though that's Keaton's 4-H calf.
Yeah.
Congratulations to our exhibitors in our summer yearling class. Our class winner is rank number 99, Darling Master Breezy, exhibited by West Coast Holsteins. In second place, we have Trent Valley Master Nelly, exhibited by Barbara Holsteins, Joel Phoenix, and Werhurst. And our first 4-H exhibited by Clive Finley.
There's a story on the first one now that I've heard the previous.
And in third,
Darling.
we have ring number 111, Ferguson Denver Avalanche, exhibited by Ferguson Holsteins and Keaton Phoenix, and this is our first credit owned. Now to Judge Kingdom for his review.
Another really nice class of heifers here. And I feel these top 2 heifers pair together really well. But today the heifer I'm going with, she's just so balanced in her makeup. You get behind this heifer, she's got tremendous angles up through that rib cage, up into her shoulder. Just tremendous barrel and sweep to her rib. And just a little cleaner, neater up through her head and neck today over this heifer. Second over third, it is on that barrel and master that midsection. She's showing a little more spring of rib today. after my first foal. She just stands a little more comfortably, correct on those hind legs today, and just moves a little smoother on her hind legs today over this long frame heifer we had before. Fourth over fifth, it's on that length through that midsection. She's longer through that rump, she's longer through that midsection. Just showing a little more width and strength throughout today over this balanced heifer we had in fifth. Congratulations.
Well, speaking of that design cow, you would be hard-pressed to find any people who are more humble or modest than Corey Martin and his wife. Do you know Corey?
I do.
He is such a wonderful human being.
Yes.
No airs, no,
I had an order for friends of ours in Illinois, and I went in and bought 3 animals from him, and they all made excellent cows.
Summer Yearling, a big thank you to our sponsors, Sunderland Co-op, for sponsoring this class, our best bred and owned by East Gen and Unique.
And not a ton to choose from. What, 40 cows?
And our overall ribbon sponsor, TD Canada Trust. So for those of you marking your program, we're going to start at the top. Ring number 96 was 6. And second 4-H. Ring number 97 was 16.
Probably one
Ring
group,
number
just about
98
20 of them.
was
So.
second, and our first 4-H for Ty Finley. Trans Valley Master Millie, owned by Farrow Holsteins, Joel Phoenix, and Warehurst Holsteins. Ring number 99 was our class winner, Darling Master Freely, exhibited by West Coast Holsteins. Ring number 100 was 10th. Ring number 101 was 4th. Ring number 102 is a scratch. 103 was 13th. 104 was 5th. 105 was 7th. And our third 4-H exhibited by Grant Sparky. Ring number 106 was 17th. Ring number 107 was 9th. And also our first red and white Valley Colts JD Jody Red ET exhibited by Isaac Colts and Janelle Coleman, or Janelle Coleman. Ring number 108 was 15th. Ring number 109 was 12th. Ring number 110 was 8th. Ring number 111 was 3rd. And our best bred and owned is Freakosun Denver Avalanche, exhibited by Freakosun Holsteins and Keaton Phoenix. And our first best bred and owned, 112 was 11th, and 113 as an added owner. It was Mount Elby Dairy Farms in Fremont, and that animal was 14th, and also our second red and white in the class. Entering the ring at this time, we have Class 5, our spring yearling class. This class is sponsored by MNP LLP. Immediately following the class, we will have our 4-H champions, or our first and second place animal in each of our 4-H classes earlier throughout the show.
Getting back to the winner there, Orville, that West Coast had bought. Remember when we were having the conversation earlier on in the show about how the young generation are really interested, and I said there was a young lady that really wanted to step up and has been helping, to develop them. That's an animal that she bred.
Oh,
that's an animal that won at our spring show.
The Darling Prefix.
The Darling Prefix. And
that's cool. That's pretty.
That's when Jimmy Butler and Adam Clark bought her when she came out of the ring
at
spring show.
Okay.
So that's her story.
Well, that's cool. That's always great when you can sell them and be happy with what you got, and the guys who touch them keep making money on them, and that's pretty cool. Those are unique kind. Don't always happen. It doesn't always happen.
But that's the dream, isn't it?
You bet it is.
This West Coast has another one. It's 122.
They got,
That's a Benby animal from
Yes,
Crosby's.
I'm thinking she might have came through the Great Bend Bee sale that they had last summer, like a year ago.
Right.
They had a sale right at the
as
farm.
a baby calf thing.
Yeah, right at the farm, and that could have happened because I know Adam was out in the spring. Or it maybe happened this spring. I know he was out at the spring show in Saskatoon, and again, it's the cowmen that come west that understand that maybe we need to find them in the raw. They found some pretty good ones out there over the years. The Benby Farm doing a great job, and really love their calves over there.
And we hope that Ian gets through his current situation.
Yes, we
successfully.
We all do too. We wish him the best, and he's one of those young men that I've known for a long time that's probably just stubborn enough that says it's going to get done. It's going to get done.
Exactly. Well, I was saying I contacted Kent Lindenbach the other day and said it's ironic, that the two of them have had those challenges they've had, because a lot of people think they're brothers when the first time they meet them. And Kent will be a great support for you.
Absolutely. Best of friends since they've been in 4-H. They grow up about 20 miles apart, and that one will be a great help to the other. There's no doubt about it. And,
so these are spring yearlings, many of whom will be with calf, I suppose, by now.
I would imagine.
They're about 16 or 17 months old, so really well. How many drinks have you had today?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's hot. I have to stay refreshed.
There you go.
Yeah. Just got her out fine, so
Yes.
not too many.
Not too many. Oh, a few reds in here.
Yes, again.
Maybe as many as 114. Oh, Robella Major. Speak of the Lindenbachs.
Yes. Another bull
progeny appear.
Bull that he's got in stud at the Blondin group, and
maybe Dano, he's got some beehives as well. Maybe he's out looking at them as although I saw he was fishing somewhere the other day too, so he has a varied life. For about 48 hours a year, he can get away from cows. 115.
Kingsway bred
Kingsway,
animal.
Delta Lambda. There's another one coming here who's a descendant of Carteret.
Right.
This one Morgan has. This one maybe as well. Delta Lambda. A bull we'll probably hear more about tomorrow, too.
He'll be mentioned once or twice tomorrow, I'm sure.
16. Which are the Holsteins. Still getting them in. Oh, I see Hollywood is coming in here with an animal.
He's got the tinted glasses on.
Yeah, tinted, of course. When you're a celebrity, you try to hide behind things like that, Maintain some privacy. There's Scotty again. You should have a t-shirt saying, "I found design."
Probably sell a couple of them. They want to know the story and doesn't have time to tell you the story.
You knew the story on her, right? Where he bought her?
Well, did he buy her or did he just...
He owned her.
He
That's how
owned her,
got
but he calved her out. I know he calved her out.
So our friend Corey,
Yes. Humble and modest friend.
he consigned her as a December calf into a sale that Harry Franken had at Carson. license. And she brought $2,500, and Scotty bought her, and the rest is history.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, no, that is one of them. That's you're right. The rest is
So Corey could accept a $2,500 sale for the amount of fame that prefix has now.
That's exactly right.
He actually, the same week that cow sold for $1 million, he has some jerseys, and he had an animal very closely related to a $200,000 jersey in a sale that Coors and down in Kentucky, like just a few days before the International Intrigue sale.
Wow.
So he's got a touch. He's really cute with his few words as well. The time I was out there after her victory in Red Deer, and we were looking at the cows, and he said, "Well, this is an 87-point Cindador." Didn't say this is the dam up design. He was just going to see if you'd done your homework or not, you know.
Well,
Yeah, she's an okay cow.
Just to clarify on me then, but didn't he sell her before she went to Madison? Somebody else owned her in Madison before Fisher bought her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fred Pilling.
They bought her from
Scotty Rath.
Scotty. Okay.
Yep.
They took her to Madison. Scott didn't send her to Madison. They took her to
Exactly.
Madison. Okay. Yes, because that was he sent me the video. Right, said I'm looking at this young cow, and so they bought her that day, and next day was the day they bought the red cow. That got all the publicity, but this other one
was,
holy shit, this one turned out pretty good too.
she's essentially a perfect cow.
No, I'll tell you what, guys, I saw her in person at Saskatoon when she won there, and there
So
was
here
no
is
doubt that she wasn't the best cow in the world that day. She was unreal.
So this one right on the screen now is a lambda out of an alligator out of Caught Your Eye.
Maybe the alligator was junior champion here one year.
Caught a vibe.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you guys, look in the back of the book. It says the junior champions too, and it'll tell you that. That's what I go by. Printed research. Printed research.
It'd be about 3 years ago.
If it's on the computer, I don't
it wouldn't
believe
be very
it.
long ago.
Caught a Vibe was
Yes.
junior champion.
Well, that's
Which
her
year?
mother.
23. Mr. Pierre Boulay was the judge that day, 2 years ago.
Correct.
That's her daughter there.
How time flies. This 119. Another power group here. Blonde and direct daughter. Pretty snappy too.
Mm-hmm.
Now Delta Lambda is another bull that will have a lot of influence on the Holstein breed.
Yeah, not just on the
Daughters.
maternal side.
Exactly. Sons.
He's coming on the other side as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sons. And then daughters who become bull mothers. And,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Very good view of that heifer right there. She was up close. Well, that's Ian barking. She's a Delta Lambda as well.
Well, this is the Clark Valley heifer at West Coast. It's coming into the screen. It's originated in Saskatchewan either this spring or last summer at their great sale. And actually their heifer that topped the sale there last year in July was the heifer, their young cow that was second high seller at the Intrigue sale. She went through the Benby sale last July, and ended being the second high seller at Intrigue here a couple weeks ago.
And I think somebody's been invited to go to the summer event.
Yeah.
A few others. Who was there first? The heifer Julie Anderson is showing.
That would probably be a
Grandy, maybe. I can't remember her number.
She might be showing, you know what, she may be showing Mount Elgin for the 135, the major.
Ah, yes.
I'm thinking that's who she's got.
Well, there was a pretty nice major high, wasn't there? So. I suppose I could turn this camera around.
Get ahead of the game today, yeah, get ahead of the game, yeah.
Thank you. If it doesn't go there automatically, it's not me.
Oh,
the
okay.
internet.
Yeah, you can go, well,
See?
there, now it's following. There we go. Okay, okay.
Nice ringside here for a heifer show, too.
Yeah, they're getting, I mean, they got a few visitors in from the U.S. I've seen 3 or 4 Americans walking through the U.S., through the barns, and we've got the one American exhibitor, so it's kind of makes it worthwhile for the exhibitors coming out to have a show. There are people around looking to be purchasers. That's exactly right. Oh, I believe there's the 4-H champions next. Is that the way they do
Yes,
this?
that's the way they're going to do it.
You believe well.
I'm pretty easy to convince sometimes. It's pretty.
We've even got a thank you for a shout out on the live with my cow watching here at the firehouse. Unfortunately, have work this week. Mitchell Coleman. Glad to be of service. And he also says, great job, Orville. Because that's obligatory.
Yeah, that's.
Oh.
I'm a very
that's
sensitive person. If I don't
Well-
get compliments, I may suffer. I may suffer.
So we're getting some more background on that heifer that won the last class. Pierre and Bryce bought her in Madison. This is Kathleen speaking. She believes.
Yes,
Yep. Does that make sense?
Pierre and Bryce brought her together in Madison. Yes, that's right. That's right. And then she was owned with Bryce, with Pierre, and then I believe the Walker family bought Pierre's
Okay.
part
Yep.
out. Yes.
Good to see the number that Julie's leading here.
Eventually. 1-4.
Oh, 114.
Oh, so
that
it
wasn't
is
one.
a major, but it's, yeah.
Oh, it is still a major. Okay.
Yeah. Ron Grandy and family.
Oh, right. That's right.
Isn't that lovely? She is powerful, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's got a world of strength.
And she was the youngest heifer in the class. She's an end of April heifer.
Interesting.
And then Jeff's got another master that went through Adam's sale.
Keaton's calf in 5th.
So we've just had another cute comment. Jackie Fraser up in Fergus, center of the universe. Sounds like you are very far from your mic. That or my hearing is going. My comment was, I'm running the camera and have nothing of value to say.
Congratulations to all of our participants in our spring yearling class. This class is sponsored by NNP LLP. If we have a representative, they can make their way to the presentation area. In first place, we have ring number 114, Silver Dream Major Tootsie, exhibited by Ronald Grandy. In second place, ring number
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Arm Press Select Bandana, exhibited by West.
No wonder you were sitting there instructing them all the last day and a half.
In third place, we have ring number 127, Accelerant Real Hawk Red, Albright Holstein Sunny Terrace Holsteins. If we could ask our 4-H exhibitors to please take 3 steps ahead. All 4-H exhibitors, please take 3 steps ahead. At this time, we will be passing our mic to our judge, John Kingdon,
So this is about the heifer that won that last
providing
race.
reasons on this summer, or this spring yearling class.
I don't remember her. So
A really nice class here from end to end.
She's-
For me, a pair of heifers that come to the top quite easily.
anybody need some water?
Started it in this heifer, she's just so balanced when she's out on the move.
I think we'll
She's
get
got so
her.
much sweep and drop to the rib down through that heart section. She just showed me a little more rear rib today. Just a little left look through that pelvis when on the move. Over this big long body heifer we have in second. This heifer in second over third. This heifer's got tremendous length of frame. When you get up the side of this heifer, she's so long between her midsection. She's just longer through the middle and back through that run today over this red heifer we have in third. Third over fourth, just more correct in how she moves out of those hind legs. She tracks a little bit straighter with viewed from behind. It just gives me a little more strength and hardness through that loin range today over this dairy heifer in fourth. And fourth over fifth, just got tremendous barrel on this heifer. She's got great angles when you get back behind her rib up into her shoulder. Just a little cleaner down through her hock today than this heifer we have in fifth. Congratulations.
Congrats to our boys if they're listening from British Columbia. Ken and Jeff and the boys. You got a second and a fourth in this class. 2 pretty good heifers. So hope you enjoy. Hope you see it. Hope you see the show. I know you're really, really busy. Neither one of you could have come out here, but I'm just saying that. Just wondering. Probably on the boat fishing today, I would imagine.
The next class coming in are the champion 4-H animals under consideration for our junior champion 4-Hers. Thank you.
My pleasure. Made sure we.
You want a cold water, Rural?
Sure. Yes.
$5.
Oh, well. You know, I normally don't drink just straight water, but
We'll make an exception
Make an
this time.
exception, yeah. We're just about done. We're just
What a
about
trooper.
done. Everyone, I give till it hurts.
Live to give. Now these are winter yearlings?
No, these are our 4-H champions.
Oh, yes.
Champions.
Okay. I must have been wanting to rush things along.
For those of you marking your programs for our spring yearling class, ring number 114 was our class winner. First, Silver Dream Major Tootsie, exhibited by Ronald Grandy. 115 was 8 and our first bred and owned. Kingsway Lambda the View Killclick, exhibited by Kingsway Farms and Belchuse Farms. Ring number 116 was 21st. 117 was 13th. 118 is a scratch. 119 was first 4-H and 5th overall, shown by Keaton Phoenix. 120 was 19th. 121 was 20th. 122 was 4th. 123 was 14th. 124 is a scratch. 125 was 2nd. 126 was 16th. 127 was 3rd in our first red and white. 128 was 7th. 129 is 9th. 130th was 10th. 131 was 17th and our second red and white. 132 was 18th. 133 was 15th. 134 was 6th and our second 4-H. Jacks exhibited by Jackson Sim. 135 was 11 and 136 was 12. In the ring at this time, we do have our 4-H champions. So let's just give an overview of our champions in the ring at this time. For our spring heifers, we have ring number 22, Trent Valley SK Ada, exhibited by Clara Phoenix. And our second place heifer is WCG Unstoppable Beat Time, shown by Easton Osborne. In our winter heifers, ring number 32 is our class winner, High Point Rocks Paparazzi, shown by Addison Cox. And in second place, ring number 61, Loca Bullseye Pattern, exhibited by Yearling Phoenix. Following that, we have our fall heifers. In first place, ring number 71, Loaded Mead Master 2 Bells, shown by Paige Rary. And in second place, ring number 66, we have Extra Mile Masters Olivia, exhibited by Michaela Laughlin. Our summer yearlings, ring number 98, Trent Valley Master Nelly, shown by Ty
So
Finley.
good now he doesn't even
And
have
our
to speak.
second summer yearling was ring number 96, Beckbridge Quality
In other
Master
words,
Boutique,
pay attention.
shown by Josh Brander. And in our final 4-H exhibitors,
With the amount I'm being paid to do this,
spring yearling calves. Our first animal is number 119, shown by Keaton Phoenix, Mishra Airly Direct. And our second 4-H animal was Radomir Master Mina, exhibited by Jackson Sim. Let's give a big round of applause for all our 4-H exhibitors.
Any predictions, boys?
Well, no, this is kind of different when you do the 4-H show, because these weren't all class. Some of them weren't all class winners, so you get to basically start over a new class with just a varied age group. So you
I kind of like the
pretty
March
sweet
heifer.
calf, yeah.
I like Paige's calf. I like Ty's heifer. And then you can fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks, yeah. I'm kind of I go a little more to the other end. These, all babies are cute. It's when you get to be a teenager you kind of grow out of that. But I kind of like a little older heifers. But,
I actually met a baby once that was
not cute?
And I won't mention any
Yeah,
names because it has a tie to this industry.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe
Turned
it was,
into a beautiful young woman.
Oh.
She's now in her 20s and she
Okay.
is gorgeous. But she was the kind of baby you would hold her with her face in your shoulder.
you are walking on a fine line here, Russell. I'll tell you what, if your phone don't explode here in the next 30
Well,
seconds.
I just want to think if anybody regards their child as ever been an ugly baby, that it's like swans. Cygnets ducks into swans.
Yeah.
So somebody appreciates the camera moving. Now we can listen to Orville and keep tabs on the brother-in-law. I really don't know who this is. It's a
This is his in-laws in Saskatchewan, his sister and her husband. The Lovich family in Regina.
that makes sense now.
Yes.
Yes.
To our sponsors
Jessica.
of our 4-H champion.
Jessica and Michael.
And Mike.
Sponsor
Yeah.
is Callahan
Mike
Farms.
says he's always busy, but it seems to be I've always have a screen around somewhere.
Well, I got
Jessica and the daughters are always busy, but I'm not so
Very
sure
busy.
about Mike.
Very busy.
I got 3 out of the 5. That's not a bad average.
Not bad. I'll go with that. I'll go
They
with that.
just needed to be appreciated. This is good. That's a beautiful
These
effort. You did really
5
well on this.
competitors here that I pulled out finish parading out in front of you. It's just been a tremendous group of 4-H kids and cats here today. They competed at super high level, a lot of them up in the top of the class. And not only the cows, but these kids leading these calves have done a tremendous job. They're competing against, some of the best showmen in the world out here with their cattle. So let's give these kids a big round of applause. I'm quite happy with the group we got back here for champion 4-H calf. They're, like I said, a lot of high placing heifers. Heifers, I love the balance and the openness. I love the length of neck and mobility of these heifers. I got to go out and congratulate my grand reserve or honorable mention in that order, and I'll give some reasons after.
Keaton's heifer's just a little bit flat of a rump. Just need a little. The reary heifer. Good job. And the baby.
Guess who predicted this?
Guess who predicted that? Yeah.
Just to run away. She's so balanced in her makeup. She moves out so extremely well on those feet and legs. She just never gives you a bad thumb. She's got that tremendous openness of rib. It's just that length through that midsection, a little neater up through that shoulder today that puts her over this really balanced summer year for reserve. Reserve over honorable mention. Just got some more maturity, a little more wind throughout today over this real pretty calf we have for honorable mention. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our winning 4-H champion, Loaded Eat Master 2 belts, shown by Paige Berry, ring number 71. And our reserve, shown by Todd Finley, Trent Valley Master Nelly, ring number 98. And our honorable mention in our show today for a 4-H show, Trent Valley SK Alba, shown by Claire Phoenix. Let's give a big round of applause for all our 4-H. And a thank you to our sponsor, Callahan Farm Supply, and our sponsor, reserve sponsor, Kingsway, and Northumberland. Coming up next, we do have our winter yearling class. This class is sponsored by Campbellford Farm Supply, best read and owned by Eastgen and Unique Designs, and our ribbon sponsors are TV Canada Trust.
Nice little shout out there in this class. The two of the 3 bred by Gerald Coghlan, the Trent Valley herd that had a dispersal here a couple months ago, and always a big contributor and exhibitor at this show. He judged it, he showed at it. He's a great cowman that loves the cattle industry, and he sent these 2 calves through a sale and come back to win the 4-H show. I think he'd be pretty proud of that. I haven't seen Gerald around. Maybe he's home working, or I don't know what he's doing, but if you're around, Gerald, congratulations.
Interwebs are going wild. So speaking of the Loviches, that cow that they sold to Oakfield Corners,
Yes.
that sidekick cow, holy Moses, that is a good, I think she's 95 now, is she?
She's done pretty much all she can do to this point
Yeah,
in time.
at that
exactly.
age, yeah. She was champion at the New York Spring Show. Oh my goodness. Just,
Actually, just
Beautiful udder.
oh,
no, she was at Johnny and I did the live spring stream a year ago in Saskatoon. I did mention this to Michael because I'm still waiting for the commission check, but she was on the live